The Underdog Podcast. It's your host T. Lee and my co-host Jack Cowden will be live today as usual.
Was pulling up, they acting like they couldn't see me. Now she wanna clean me up like a squeegee. I told her that's on me, baby, like yellow BZ. With the peanut butter and tear like a Reese.
He's gonna persevere through all the obstacles. Get it done. That's the underdog.
They don't forget the underdog when they see me. I hit them with the John Cena, they can't see me.
You may overlook this person, but the underdog is the one who's gonna put in the work.
It's over, you know? Because you have to lose to win. Whether you think losing is a big event.
Out of mind. All I'm saying, just be careful who you idolize. I'm picking these scriptures just before the fame. Ain't no cap in my words, I go against the grain.
So I always believe that, like, I took so many risks to make this thing happen. You know what I mean?
I'm always working, bro. Like, I just, like I said, I'm energy driven. Underdog can put you on your ass. The underdog can put you on game. The underdog can show you something that you didn't know.
Can't go down. All you can do is go up. So are you gonna stay where you at, or are you gonna move up?
Feel the bangers. Feel the bangers.
He said he's nervous. This is his first time doing it.
I had 30 hands, cut her ass off. If she could die, I can reread.
Yo, what's happening?
Hey, back
Underdog.
Back like we left something.
Y'all already know it, man. We back, man. We been sitting in play for about 2-3 hours now. You feel me, bro? 2 shows back to back, man. For real. That's the underdog way. Get it done by any means necessary, man.
Hey.
But I'm your host again, Fleetwood JR. We got my partner, my co-host, Josh Count and 9 Ether Nation. You feel me?
Yeah.
We back, man. This is season 3, episode 9. Drift with me. With chief executive producer, master producer, you know what I mean? Master engineer. We got Shenae in the building with us right now.
Yeah.
What up, y'all? Hey, thank y'all for having me.
What's happening? What's going on?
How's the East Coast treating y'all?
Hey,
Good, the weather good.
Period.
Yeah, for sure. But nah, you're on the Underdog Podcast. This is season 3 right now, episode 9. Drift with me. For sure. You hear me? So we honored to have you on the platform, today.
Honored to be here.
How we kick it over here. What would you like to share with the people about Paris Shenae, like as a person outside of your profession? Like, who is Paris?
Honestly, I'm just music. Like, if you had to look up music, you would just find my picture right next to it because I have no life. I don't know how I still have a fiance still around, you know what I mean? Just being patient, waiting for me. But honestly, I've just been working for the past 12 years. The goal has always been full intent, get a Grammy. I won't feel like I did anything in this industry if I don't get one. That's just me personal, and that's my personal goals. I produce, I can songwrite, I mainly audio engineer. I worked with some pretty cool people, and just hope to expand in the future, I suppose.
That was up. Definitely got to be a round of applause already for that.
Thank you.
Everything I just heard right there, it sounds like somebody that's focused, determined, and know what they want out of life, out of this journey.
Yeah, G shit.
So, for what is considered a major city out of Florida, Orlando, what was it like for you coming up in the city?
The truth?
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
perspective.
It was very hard for me. It was really hard because when I started schooling, my mom had me in all white private schools. Then she switched me to all black schools. Then she switched me to private school to public school. So I just was never really able to fit in or understand the culture until I honestly got older. I was picked on really badly in middle school. So I had to learn how to fight. Yeah, hell yeah. I had to learn how to fight. And that's the only thing people can say about me. That's the only, and I like to just throw it out there ahead of time. Like, yes, when I was in my childhood, I was a fighter. You know what I mean? And I ain't never lost. Period.
Look, hold on, real. We ain't losing nothing.
But
put your hands on me.
Now,
It's a knockout.
I just realized people just didn't understand me. Like, I've always been who I am, and I've never been somebody to pick on people. I'm not rude. I'm not mean.
Yeah.
And they could just see the kindness in me, and little kids will eat that shit alive.
Yeah.
Right.
Some people just want to disturb your peace when they see you peaceful,
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
know.
So it was tough, but I found by high school I figured it out. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
did get nominated for prom queen, but I had to beat
Okay,
somebody up
then.
11th grade year. So
Whoa.
over a spades game. This is how
Yeah.
reckless I used to be.
Whoa.
It's a
Look,
hot mess, yes.
Def
But
Jam
music,
Vendetta. For real.
Yeah.
but by
Say
the
with
time I
me.
got to college, we figured it out. I figured out how to maneuver. And
Yeah.
once you figure out like who you are, I guess things just flow better, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how you said that because that's what we all about for real, for real.
Yeah. So
Finding
like,
yourself.
so when taking time, a break for yourself and you coming home, what is some of Paris go-to spots in the city she likes to chill
Oh,
at
you want like in Orlando?
Yeah,
in
your
Orlando?
go-tos, the hang out, eat,
Oh,
whatever. We hanging out.
okay. I love ratchet activities. Okay, so period. Okay,
Do you?
so any if
Let's
Yale
go.
Mellow events is throwing an event, I'm coming. I'm coming out. I'm gonna be fly or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drink good, sip good, smoke good.
Right.
If you're gonna go eat, oh my god, you gotta eat at Sienna's. Okay, you gotta get you some
Okay, then.
Sienna's, baby. My
Yeah.
favorite Caribbean spot, Caribbean Sunshine. That's one of my favorites. Sienna's Caribbean too. Clearly, I love some Caribbean food, Caribbean
Yeah.
men. Just love the Caribbean. And if you want to, Orlando's lit. You can helicopter ride. You can go to iDrive.
Yeah.
You can
All
do
that.
go-karts. We got bowling. We got water parks, theme parks. Like, what you
Hey.
want to do, baby? Just
Straight
know that
up.
everything closes at 2, unless you know the plug. Then I know we can stay till 6.
Exactly.
Nah, for
Man.
real, folk be feeling how they feel about the city when they there, but it's like, bro, don't let nobody from out of town come show you how lit this shit is. You know what I
For
mean? You
real.
already know what's going on.
If you can make it in Orlando, you gonna make it anywhere because Orlando's tough.
I ain't know.
Orlando is tough.
I ain't know.
Okay.
I ain't know.
But
Yeah.
Orlando built me. Like I could never say that my city didn't support me. My city helped me go full engineer in 2018, right before I moved to LA.
Yeah, that was
Real
up.
talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would never talk bad about my city.
I mean, even speaking of like building you or whatever, who was the people, coming up in your corner that helped, mold you into who you are today?
Definitely Site Studios, the whole team there. Ryan and P, the owners, they molded me into the mix engineer that I am. My first artist that like really believed in me as an engineer definitely was Tony Boy. And Tony Boy brought the gang, you know what I mean? He
Tony
brought
Boy, my
Glock
boy.
9. He brought
Yeah.
Pootie. Mind you, I'm so lame. I didn't know who none of these people were. So he's bringing these people. It's like, you don't know who Pootie is? And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I don't
Yeah.
leave the spaceship. You feel me? I don't come out of the studio. And that's the truth. I'm not
Hey,
culturally.
what side of town you from though? For real, east
The
side,
west
west.
side.
No,
The
no.
west
West
side.
side?
Are you in the
The west
west
side.
side? Wait, west
Wait,
side.
what side?
Well, put it
The
down.
west
Lay
side
it
in the
down.
house. The west side in the house. Come on,
I
man, let me
did
out.
that. I did that.
No, but yeah, I love the west side. I hung out on the west side. I know everybody on the west side, especially if they do music. They worked with me. Period.
That's real spell.
Yeah.
The west side gonna build you, like period. I love
Yeah.
telling people I'm from West Orlando because they never
Yeah.
expect it. They're like,
Yeah.
"You're from West Orlando?" Like, yes, yes, I am.
I thought you was
Born
gonna
and
say
raised.
East Orlando type
How you?
shit.
Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't do that. No.
Hey,
Don't let the
I
east side
don't.
bother, baby.
How you be in LA though? When them folk be like, you from Orlando or you from Disneyland? You from
They don't
anybody hit
know.
you with
Oh,
that?
you got it fucked up. No.
They ain't hit
The
you
rest
like
of the
that.
world. Look, I found out moving to LA that the rest of the world thinks that we're crazy as Floridians.
Yeah, Floridian.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think they the music scene they peaked on pulled in all them like
I'm
they
not
gotta
sure.
have some type of influence to know what we
Not
on.
just
Or they just thinking
overall,
Florida,
Florida.
Florida. Yeah, okay, yeah. I think
I knew
Yak
Florida
did that.
made it. I knew Florida made it when people would come to the studio in LA looking for Glock 9 beats. I was like, what? For real? Okay, period. That's what's up. That's crazy to me.
Shout out Mercy.
Shout out to Site Studios too, man.
Oh
My
yeah,
boy
shout out to
too,
Sight.
man.
Real spill.
When I'm there, y'all
Man.
gotta pull up. Period. Y'all know he's been dropping music. If y'all
Oh
haven't,
yeah.
this man's dropping some fire.
My
Okay,
boy,
fire.
My right hand
Yeah,
right here put me on sites. When we went and did our little thing, we
yeah,
was just sites
man.
going all the way up.
Yeah, I was just in Sites like a couple weeks
Mhm.
ago, man. That's my
He's a
guy.
god, a GAWD.
Nah, for
And I'm
real,
just
for real.
so blessed that he saw something in me. I'm so thankful. I forever will owe P a couple Mercedes, a couple houses, and a yacht. You feel me?
For
Yeah,
real.
gotta clap that up because it's coming.
Yeah.
It's on the way. I don't
I'm
know if
rich
we getting
now.
exclusive, but we getting exclusive right now. For real.
Period. I feel like we're all so rich, especially after going to Costa Rica last year and seeing what a third world country really looks like. Now
What?
that's the
What?
projects. Our projects are rich, baby. Like that,
All right.
we don't have
Right.
projects.
You go to Dominican Republic, you'll see somebody riding on the back of a motorcycle. You don't know where they going because you don't see number land. You don't know
Walking
where
around
they
barefoot,
going.
yeah.
They be
Yeah.
riding far because you ride in the when you tourist, you ride in the car like damn. Where the fuck
Yeah.
is the building at? You see somebody on the scooter just you don't know where they going. You know,
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
dude.
It'll probably be dark by the time they get where they going. I ain't no,
Uh,
I ain't no grass, no nothing growing. You just see probably little trees, but yeah,
All
for
right.
real.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
true statement right there. So I
Yeah.
mean, chief engineer, you specialize in mixing, what I'm saying, mastering, producing, and writing records.
You
Would
make it
that
sound
be
so cool.
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
cool, like
Yeah.
that's the coolest
Thank you.
thing. You
Thank
know,
you.
with that
Respect.
even being said, what did you manifest for yourself in the beginning of your journey when you decided, that you wanted to be this super producer one day?
I've accidentally manifested so much shit through Facebook by just writing it down
Facebook
and
feel like
people
the spot like that, yeah.
no fucking cap though. Hear me out though, right? So 2018, I released a song, a remix cover song to Danny Lay's "Little Baby." My little baby, change
Oh
your
yeah.
price tag. I did
Yeah.
that, right? Come to Hollywood or whatever, or LA, end up working at the same producer's studio and underneath him.
God
Then
damn.
I remember one time I tweeted a long time ago, I was like, I want to go to a house party with Chris Brown. You know what I mean? Went to a house party with Chris Brown, and he personally gave me a vape pen that I will never throw away. It's literally in a
Mhm.
little, I don't give a fuck. It's in a Ziploc bag that, like, Chris
I,
Brown gave me this
all
vape
right.
pen. Person, he told me I can have it. Like, I'm
But,
never gonna throw it. It might
Straight
have the
up.
first strands of COVID on it, which is why it's in a Ziploc bag. Like, you know, because he
Hey.
gave me that, and I ended up in the hospital the very next day.
What the fuck?
That was like October or
No,
November, before,
the
like
way you just said
2019.
that though, you said this might have the first strands of COVID on it. Woo, woo, and
Hmm
you said,
That's
"Damn, I was in the
funny.
hospital."
Yep. Time spot telling them, yeah, Chris Brown gave me a vape pen. And here I am. They thought I had mono or some shit. You feel me? Like they were like
Mm.
checking me for mono or strep throat. I had a crazy fever. I'm feeling fucked up. You feel me? If I'm at the hospital because I have a high
After
tolerance
leaving
for
that
pain.
party,
Right.
The very next day, but I
mm.
think it's something that probably already, you know what I mean. You know how
Mhm.
COVID was, and we
Mhm.
didn't know. Had I had known I had COVID, oh my god, I would have freaked out and made myself kill myself. 'Cause, like I have high anxiety. If I would, I got
Oh
COVID.
no, it's a good
Right.
thing you didn't know that shit.
Yeah,
Right.
it was before we even knew what COVID was. But looking back now, that shit was sweeping through LA in October, November, and December
Yeah, that was
before
hitting
we found
hard.
out in February. Man, it
Bro,
Yeah.
smacked the shit out of me. I was down and out I couldn't leave my bed for 4 to 5 days.
did you wait?
Damn.
I got a question about it. Why you speaking? Did you go to the Tupac When I'm Free Museum or what they call it? Wake
No,
Me When I'm. Man, I wanted to go there so bad, but when COVID hit, like everything was like, show your you got a shot, show your
yeah,
papers. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
They've loosened up on that a little bit. And it was crazy because traveling during COVID because I'm going back to Florida, period, and the plane tickets were cheap. So I'm gonna take my chances. I was taking risk. I flew probably once a month during 2020 when those tickets were cheap like that.
Yeah.
And then going from Florida to New York to LA, you could see the difference in the way society reacted to the restrictions. Like going back home to Florida was like there was no COVID. It was like it didn't even exist there. You
And
feel me? I
exist
was like,
down
Everybody
here.
wow.
hanging.
Take my fucking mask off. Look, I'm free.
Yeah.
But then
For
coming
real,
back
for
to LA, it was like it felt like entering a war zone. Like it felt like
real.
you shouldn't even come outside or
Concentration camp.
anything. Yeah. It felt wild. But looking back now, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? So I try to hold on to reality, and music is the
Mhm.
only thing that gets me through. It ain't a
Come on,
person
man.
I'm here. It's not It's not no other. There's nothing else that gets me through this lifetime. I swear before God.
Straight up. So with that, and what were your influences that made like music a necessity in your life? Like your water, everything you need day to day. You feel me? Like the way you yeah, like you need it like water. Like, you know.
I always looked up to Missy Elliott.
Mm,
Not because my music's anything like hers or anything, but out of everybody we've ever seen, I can't relate to nobody and their past.
yeah.
Um, Missy Elliott's the most respected. She had the longest career. So my whole career, I've always been telling people I want to be the light skinned Missy because she produced, she could engineer,
Her
she could songwrite.
creativity is a motherfucker.
Yeah, other than that, I can't relate.
That's what's up.
Damn. I remember when I first met you. I don't know if you remember this, but it was at a Sice. He had his album release party, and he dropped that album, Genesis.
Yes. Oh my God, you were there?
Of
Period.
course, I was there. Tony Boy was there. Everybody was there, and you performed that night.
Yes.
And I
Elevation.
was so amazed by your performance after you got off the stage. I was like, oh my God. I
Seriously? For real,
knew,
for real? Don't be
yes.
gaslighting me now, bro.
No, I'm
Don't be
not bullshitting.
gaslighting.
I don't do this. I don't say this just
Wow.
for anybody. Like seriously, I knew that you was like an engineer, but that night I found out you was like an artist too.
Yeah, nobody thank you.
Come on now.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, you dope as hell. And he was like,
Nobody knows
oh,
that. I don't tell
right.
people I do music. They don't even yeah.
A
I
lot of
wish I
folk,
could do music.
a lot of
Now,
folk. I
that was
mean,
dope.
you don't really but I mean you really you do you write for people?
I do.
Even
I have
yeah,
some shit coming out.
yeah. I would
Yeah.
rather even play that role to be an artist these days because the way the industry is now, like we've been doing music like well, I don't know how Sly been doing his thing since he was younger. I did my thing when I was younger. We like a
You still
duo,
doing
you
it?
feel me? But
Mhm.
from the years of I probably started like dibbling and dabbling in like '06. So
Yeah.
like seeing the changes in the music industry and stuff like that now to nowadays, it's like, you know, a lot of rappers dying, a lot of lyrics is different.
That
Like
part.
music ain't
That
music
part.
no more. You feel me? Like music used to make you
You
feel good.
feel me.
Yeah, like 90s music and early 2000s was fun. It was creativity
Yeah,
and
for
a lot of
real.
It's so
good.
funny you say that. I had to stop songwriting for other people actually because when they would call me to the labels and when they would want me to write for the girls,
Yeah.
again, I can't relate. I'm not selling pussy. You feel
They
me?
were like, This is
I'm
all
not
right.
exchanging services. I pay my own rent. I pay my own bills. Like, you know what I mean? I don't need nobody to do nothing. So I can't relate. And that's what they wanted you to write. That's
Yeah,
literally, they'd be like, hey, we want songs like Meg Thee Stallion. We want songs like Nicki Minaj.
yeah.
You're talking to
Excel.
the wrong writer, baby. If you
Yeah,
want something like Billie Eilish or you want some like crazy shit you ain't never
yeah,
heard, then holla at me. So I've
yeah.
actually stepped away from songwriting, but I
Mhm.
will tell y'all because this is an exclusive interview
Okay.
that we got a movie coming
Okay.
out next year.
All right.
Movie on the way.
Feel
Period.
me? You
Crazy.
hear it on the
Uh,
Underdog Podcast exclusive.
Hey,
Goddamn.
but my taste for music, like it's like, you know, I still listening to a lot of 90s stuff, 2000 stuff, because the way R&B was back then, it's like I feel it. Like it was like, you know, you have an intimate moment with whoever your spouse or whoever you rocking with too. Like when you listen to that music now, it's like, damn, it's so much masculine. It's the roles reversed. You feel me? Different strokes,
Yes.
different folks, but it's like my soul don't feel that. Like I feel
I
like it's
literally told
draining
the
me.
label that. I
It's
told the label,
draining
I was
my
like, bro,
energy.
my soul can't take no more. I can't write for people no more. I'll engineer them all day, but I can't write no more.
I respect that you know, you keeping your morals because you know a lot of folk do stuff for a check though. But like being as
I
long
would
as
have
you've been
been made it. We 12 years in, no
in,
plaques and nothing.
that's
I
what
would
I'm
have
saying. Being
been
as
made it,
long as you've
baby.
been in music, it's like you got morals to where like you really doing music to do this shit. Like a lot of folk,
Took
it's
the
all
long
about what
route.
you win it for. It's all about what you in it for the fame, the likes. We was not matter of fact 12 years doing this shit before all this shit. So we see the social media platform take over. We remember
Yeah.
just download music on fucking AOL back in the day. Like,
Air
yeah,
scan.
like,
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
yeah,
Right.
Hey.
yeah, we go out there, you know. But
Right.
like just to see like back then the creativity from the labels, like they had bigger budgets, the music videos that they had back then, all the choreography, like to see
They
it
still have
watered
it,
down, like,
baby.
oh,
They
y'all
still
want to
have
go
it.
in, y'all want to go independent, okay, but it's
It's
just like
hard.
the level of the level of how the industry promoting it, like it felt way more pure back then. Now it's like, oh, y'all want to go independent? They shooting their own video. All right, the labels don't care them, or they want to rap. Like when the drill happened, all that. Okay, they ain't investing as heavy as how they used to. Let them shoot their video. Let them have their cameraman. All that. We just gonna put them up under the fucked up contract.
Yeah, but that's why yeah, man, these contracts are crazy. But if you're an artist, you gotta really love anybody
You gotta
that does
love that
music,
shit.
period. You gotta love music. Like even yesterday, I was having a shitty day, right? Whole
Yeah,
shitty day. I ended up recording an artist that flew in. He was about to fly to the airport just because he was here for a quick little hour before his flight or whatever. I was
right.
so inspired, you know what I mean? And he was fire as fuck. He almost
Yeah.
could like be in the same category with like Kodak and shit. He was
Okay.
fire.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that shit like I was instantly like not a bitch anymore. I don't feel bitchy. I feel good. My shoulders feel low.
Yeah.
I feel like I
The
don't made
energy.
some music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your ear for music, being you a veteran, you in the game, it's like you have an ear for music. When the artist come to you, could tell like already if they passionate about what they're doing, they in it for another reason because the content they giving you, feel me? Like I'm the type of artist I like to hear lingo. I always break lingo down. Like is I could say what I want to say without saying it, but the person listening to it know what I'm saying.
That
You
part.
feel me? Like I'm too like I sound shit. I'm too old. I'm 30, so it's like I'm not gonna be
That's not
talking what.
Man,
We
oh
is not
man.
gonna do that. We're
Oh
not doing that.
man.
Okay, you gotta
Okay,
stop.
okay, we ain't
Old
doing
is
that.
dead.
Oh, it
Old is
is.
dead.
Okay, okay. I'm in a new age now. Put it that way. I'm in a new
Yeah.
age. I like, yeah, okay.
Elevated.
Yeah, I'm in a new age where I know better. So it's like I'm not finna be talking about everything I got going. I ain't finna say I'm finna do this, nobody. I'm not finna
I never
manifest.
was. I
I
never
ain't finna
even when I was
manifest.
19, I wasn't finna be on no
I
bullshit
ain't finna
ever.
manifest no
For
no
real,
negative
man.
energy on me. Like we done been there at a situation where we ain't know ourselves. When you know yourself, like I ain't finna manifest nothing bad, nothing negative. And when I say what I'm gonna say, I'm not finna say I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like the rap game, you always create. That's part of being creative.
We
Mask
just
what you
buried one
saying.
of my favorite clients like a week or two
Oh,
ago. And I went to my first Crip funeral, hopefully my last, because I don't ever want to go to any more funerals before somebody's time. A 30-year-old man fucks me up. You know what I mean? He was
yeah,
beautiful. He was
right.
my favorite. Everybody knows he was my favorite out here in LA. You know what I mean? And then I think the regret I'm having right now is like, fuck, I don't want to cry. I'm wondering if I went hard enough. You know what I mean? Like, did I
Yeah,
do what I was supposed to do? You know what I mean? Did I go hard enough for him to try to help him, elevate his life and make sure that he can get to the next part, especially with
yeah,
the resources and shit that I have, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
sorry.
You good, you
Ah, you
good.
good.
Nah, you feel me? Hey, we do what we want to do over here. We keep it real and authentic. You feel me? Ain't nothing over here flawed. What you
I'll
see it,
tell
what you
y'all what, though. It won't happen again. Next time I feel like I really believe in somebody, I swear before God, I'm
yeah,
going to
Yeah.
go so hard. I'm
Uh,
pulling every connection. I'm going to make sure that they get to a fucking boat.
yeah,
So,
nah, I feel you
yeah.
on that though, for real though. I know the feelings behind
You
that.
be
I feel
feeling
you.
like you could have did more, but I
More,
mean, what at the
yeah,
same time, what if you were doing your thing though too? You feel me? You can't fully blame yourself. Like, you know how many people that like I'm pretty sure you kept it real and authentic. You know how many folk in the business that just be doing it just to make you feel like they really with you, but they not. I'm pretty sure that
yeah,
person already knew that you was authentic with what going on. You know what I
he
mean?
did. His whole family, like I had met
Yeah,
them at the funeral, and they're like, "Yo, I'm talking about there was hundreds of people at this funeral. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And his family, his mama, his baby mama, his homies, they're all coming up to me like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
BG was saying that you really, you really inspired him with his music. You really helped him get into it. And
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
messages and everything with him saying,
yeah,
that I really helped push him and shit.
yeah,
And it was nothing like that. Like he knew I had a fiance. He would bring his baby mama and his kids to the
yeah,
studio, And
studio,
I feel like
right?
as
yeah,
a woman, I always have to elaborate on that, especially, you know what I mean? Like I always have
yeah,
to
Yeah,
elaborate on that. But
yeah,
it was solid, it was pure, and
yeah,
it fucked me up.
yeah. I mean, some things be out of our control, though. You feel me? Like some things just be out of control, but at the same time, it's like you knowing that. You feel me? A lot of people know. You know what I'm saying? The impact you did, and that's really what it's about, though. Like the impact that you leave behind. You know the stuff that you doing out here. You feel me? And people letting you know the stuff you doing. So that's
Yeah.
just that's just something that's like when they talk about him, they gonna talk about you. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
he
definitely.
was a beautiful soul. Like even somebody, a representative from the state of California came out, a representative from there was something
Yeah.
else too. Like just big dogs came out to his funeral
Right.
because he invested that much money in kids
Yeah.
drives and giving
Yeah.
back to his community.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what's
yeah,
up.
sound,
So
he was a good soul right there. That's dope right there.
incredible,
Yeah,
incredible.
Smoke break. You feel me? Yeah.
man.
Burn one. Burn one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
before you even finish rapping it, you feel me? Like who would you put in your Hall of Fame top 3 musical artists of all time?
top
Any
three.
genre. Anybody that
Of
you
people
feel
that I've worked with, or just anybody like
no in
anybody.
your personal playlist Hall of Fame that's always that like
Oh,
you gonna
period.
throw them.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, all right, fast. I like that.
Who?
Usually people like,
Uh,
wait, uh,
musical genre top three. King
and if
Los.
any, okay, okay,
Top three. Fuck.
yeah,
Tony Boy.
okay,
Keisha Cole. She gave me goosebumps.
okay, okay,
Keisha Cole got her voice, man.
yeah,
In person. Oh my
yeah,
God,
Yeah.
I melted in the studio. You hear me?
Oh,
I was
you
like
saw
yeah.
her in
there in the
person?
studio like a little girl
Oh,
just looking at
man.
her. Oh my, and she's
Hold
beautiful.
lullaby
Yeah,
right there
yeah,
on the
she
spot.
is beautiful.
Yeah,
But her
She's
voice is more beautiful. It's like,
yeah.
yo, man. But you said
I
I can only imagine in person.
and I understood that day like why she was who she is and how she, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It all made sense
Yeah,
that day.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Incredible.
That's
Yeah,
what's
people
down.
be sleep on her. She got one of the top voices though. She, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? She got range
Incredible.
on her voice too, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And she's efficient. She's just yeah. And she gave me you could just feel it. So we do. I don't even know what I can talk about, but I hopefully
yeah,
that record comes out. I'm praying to God because it's good.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's really
Okay.
good.
That love record to this day still give me goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Just hear
Period.
her notes on that thing,
Ooh,
but
I should sample that.
Mm-hmm.
I should
she
Yeah.
sample
killed it.
that.
What?
Yeah.
Speaking of samples, oh man, that clip you had a old school record sample and the vibes on it. You was
Them
vibing
boys.
to
Was
yo.
it them boys or girls work hard or work
Girls
hard?
work.
Work
She
hard.
work hard for the man.
I do that for my
Hey,
mama because she loves Donna Summers.
yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, you
I got
made it
there's one
sound
more thing I got to sample to. I think it's like toot toot
Oh,
toot
that
toot.
yeah, I like
good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's
nah,
up.
definitely bringing back some sauce. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah.
That's what's up, man. I gotta check you out, man, on your production side too, man. I like
Please
the
do. I don't
Yeah,
yeah,
have that much time to do
drift with
beats, so I've
me.
been trying.
Beat
I've been
stars,
trying.
right?
BeatStars, we are on
Yeah.
BeatStars, but I got some exclusives that I've been holding back on.
Okay then.
yeah, I gotta shop
Always.
with you, man, because I've been looking for like all type of beats and stuff, man. Just different type of
Well,
sound.
well, we
We
ain't
got
in
to,
one
yeah,
box. We ain't in
Yeah,
one box. We do every little sound, whatever the beat do, it speak to us, you know. So that one
that
thing
part.
about learning music for me, I'm the type of artist I write. My partner, he freestyle. He's the back. I give it to him as long as I'm a thinker. So I like to get in my mode, the beat speak to me. So however I hear the beat, boom, they go the chords. I look at the chords, the most important part of the song. Once I got the chorus, I feel like I got everything else because we're gonna talk about everything from this chorus. You feel
yeah,
me?
And my
yeah,
job is to make your dreams and your visions come to life.
Yeah, instruments and
yeah,
vibes, energy. You know what I mean?
Teamwork
So,
makes the dream work. That's how
yeah,
oh,
the whole drift for me came about. You know what I mean? Because I try to
yeah.
explain to people like I really don't be here. I'm here, but I ain't here. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm tapped
I
out
feel you.
90% of the time. And that's why I don't really I be listening, but I don't listen. I really feel.
yeah,
So even when I'm mixing, like I'm not really listening to your lyrics. I could give less of a fuck what you're saying, honestly. I'm trying to one, I'm always worried about hitting or clipping or whatever. So I
yeah.
don't care what you're saying. I got a whole bunch of other things that I'm thinking about and worried about.
Right.
Um and then like I always feel like the best feeling is when I get lost in a song while I'm mixing. Like if I completely like if I'm hooking and juking or whatever, you gonna know. And you gonna know if I like it because I ain't gonna talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get to tweaking and doing my thing.
You just trying to put them in
That's
together.
that's funny because that's what Sykes be doing in a sense too. Like
Yes.
and I don't really talk to him. I just let him do his thing when he doing his thing. I just be in the cut like, yeah. He
The way
doing his
we
shit.
ended up working together is I wouldn't record with anybody else. Once you know how it is. Once you meet P, you ain't recording with nobody.
You not.
No,
Yes.
You just not. You not. And that man trained me. And when he was like, "I'm gonna start a studio, and I want you to help me build it," I was like, I felt nervous. I had just got kicked out of Full Sail for my some financial aid shit. I failed a post-production class, which had to do with movies or whatever, because I was ignorant and young back then. I was like, I only want to do music. And they had me in some movies class. I failed that class twice, long story short, because I was arrogant and ignorant and cocky, and the Penske could feel that. That's the teacher's name. We should egg his car when I come home. You down?
Yeah, I'm down
You
for
want
it.
to egg his shit?
I was gonna actually go to Full Sail, but they didn't accept me because
I don't. What? For real? What? How did they not accept you?
I was just too arrogant.
Okay.
I didn't have a lot. I wasn't even having a lot of time to go to the school. I just wanted to always go to the school. It looked cool. The programs looked cool. It, everything about the music, the studio, the studio, the equipment was dope. Everything. Was dope.
Yo, they had the audacity after my year and a half of being there already. You do a year and a half of bullshit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Finally, my dude, I finally got to my SSL class, which is the big boards and shit. We're in the studio where Michael Jackson recorded. First fucking day, they come and get me and snap me out of class, coming out. Schooling is over.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy. But then I started the site studios with P, and I'm proud to say that shit's still up and running.
Yeah, things happen for a reason.
You feel me? So left school and became an assistant engineer.
Yeah. So how much does hip hop mean to you in 2 words, and how far back does hip hop go for you?
Hip hop. Okay. Oh, okay. What does it mean to me in 2 words?
Yeah, blast from the past.
Damn, 2 words only?
3 words then.
3 words.
Look, that add a little bit for like extended words, like.
Right.
I think my 3 words would be soul, culture, and I guess truth, because it's kind of like just where we're at in our society. It's always been just a driven, written history book for us of where we're at in our culture.
Yeah, Tupac. Now, if you speaking of, I wouldn't say. Certain ones give you the day, like J. Cole and Kendrick and that type of what's his name? Comment, all that type of music gonna give you
Kendrick,
the current. It's gonna give you the day, but some of these, bro, a lot of stuff be fabricated nowadays just for the looks and views. Like I say, you could wake up tomorrow and it be like 150 new rappers for the day. You feel me?
We're in a society right now where everybody's acting like we're not in a depression. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
everybody's trying to hide that shit. You feel me?
Do you feel like it's a
I live in LA. I'm gonna look at y'all dead in the face right now and tell you I am thugging. Okay, thugging. Okay, I work 2 days straight just to survive sometimes. Yeah. And that's the truth. And I don't give a fuck. You gotta work hard and you gotta outwork me.
And the type of shit we going through right now, man, inflation and all that, bro, man.
It's only gonna get crazier. So everybody save your money. I would tell people on some real shit. I would say don't go stupid for Christmas like people normally do. You know what I mean?
Hey, they out there for it too. These companies got them suffering in silence and they ain't saying shit. They got them, they plotting. You feel me?
Exactly.
So, do you think it's a difference between hip hop and rap music?
No, I don't. But I think other people would argue against me.
I think it's like different genres or some of it, because hip hop. Well, I would say
I think it all falls in hip hop.
It's under the same umbrella.
Yeah, because I would be like when you had Run DMC, type of shit like my Adidas. Then you go fast forward.
LL Cool J hip hop, all that
stuff. Then you go down. They got them Lil Johnny Eastside Boys. You know what I'm saying? Different like eras of it.
My first hip hop song was T.I. Okay, remember I told y'all my mom switched me to an all black school, right? So eighth grade, I got expelled from middle school for fighting. I was like, Mom, please don't send me to CDP, man. They rape girls in the bathroom, Mom. Please, please.
Yes.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm so.
You had the choice to send you that on? That what it was? She had the choice, but they were recruiting you.
Nah, they were trying to send me to CEP.
They were recruiting you. Yeah.
I said, Mom, I can't go there. Please. So she sent me to Agape.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to Agape. For people who don't know, Agape
West
is an
side, bro.
all black private school on the west side or whatever. And that was my first time getting my hair braided, cornrowed. The first day
You
I
got
went
the
to school,
Clio? She got the
the first
Clio.
but they even when I went to that school, right? Hear me out. The first day I went to that school, all the boys, it was weird. All the boys were like lined up in my classroom trying to find out who I was. I was like, please
Yeah.
God, I just
New
want to
girl.
be inconspicuous. Please God, like I don't want to get in no more trouble. I picked the fat Haitian girl in the corner right there. That's gonna be my friend. She looks quiet. We ain't gonna get in no trouble together. You feel me? I might get her to sneak off campus during lunch or whatever, so we can go to Caribbean Sunshine. But that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I heard they used to listen to T.I. It was in the streets,
Man,
niggas
man.
don't know
Oh, you
me.
don't know.
You don't
Yeah.
Oh
know
my,
me.
that's my first hip hop song.
24,
That was
huh?
your
Yeah.
first one.
When I discovered
Mm,
T.I., it was
mm.
over. I became like so
Dang, I
indulged in
wish it
hip
was
hop and
Gucci
rap.
Man.
I never liked Gucci back. My fiance loved Gucci. Like when we were in high
Hey.
school, I've known KC since I was 14 years old. He was the biggest Gucci fan ever. And
Yeah,
I
he
didn't like
knows
Gucci
something.
till So Icy.
He knows
Sorry.
something. Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty
that's really
decent.
when it pop off. Yeah, that's
But he
decent.
listened to like the 20 mixtapes before that. You feel me? I feel like that's the real
Yeah.
Gucci fan.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know
He
what's popping
yeah.
in the streets.
Yeah. He knows something. You feel me? Hey,
Yeah,
ask him about
yeah,
that $1 Million Man song later.
yeah.
Yeah.
That $1 Million
I'm
Man
gonna write
song.
that down. I'm gonna
Million
write that
Dollar
down.
Man. He
Yeah,
gonna be like, yeah, he knows something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So at what age did you decide that you would want to be a super producer? And like when you could have played other positions in the industry, you feel me? What made you be like, I'm gonna be an engineer and producer, you know, instead of
I
being
didn't
an
want to.
artist and
When
you
I
know.
met Tony, when I heard Tony's vocals, he
Mhm.
completely made. I never wanted to be a mix engineer. I used to just track music and then I would send the music to P to mix or whatever. You know, but I was mixing. I didn't realize I was mixing when I was in my sessions. So I would send it to P and he'll do his final touches on it or whatever. But when I discovered Tony, I was like, oh no, I don't want to mix his. He came in with do y'all know Lil BB?
Yep.
He came in with
Yeah,
Lil
yeah,
BB
yeah,
and
yeah,
Lil
yeah, yeah,
BB
yeah,
brought him
yeah.
in.
Part
They did this
time.
song. They did this one song called. I didn't even know who Tony was. Mind you, I'm a lame. Okay, I'm reading books. I stay in the studio. I'm at full send, or no, I wasn't
At
at full
least you
send anymore.
ain't
I'm working.
fighting no more. You
No, I
good.
wasn't. I'm staying out of trouble. I'm by myself, and I got my man. You feel me? I'm out of
Yeah,
trouble.
Right, right.
right.
But then I met Tony, and I was like, oh my god, his vocals. Like the moment he got on the mic, I remember being like, the fuck. You feel me? So that's when I was. I even like recorded like a part of the song or whatever, and I sent it to him on Instagram. And I was like, "Hey, can I mix this? I ain't never want to mix in my life, but I was like, can I mix this?" And he was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then I mixed it, and they put it out, and I was like probably one of the first records.
I ain't know. You remember the record?
It's called Bootema Tootie the Buddhist, some shit. It was
Yeah,
fire. That motherfucker can rap. He can come with
He
a
can rap
hook.
his ass off.
yeah, he
That
can.
motherfucker hard. He's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just at the pool hall with his ass like a couple weeks ago. We was in that bit playing pool.
Tell him I'm
Yeah.
still a super fan. The number one. They can't nobody. Nope. I'm number one.
Yeah,
Type
shout out to
shit.
Tony Boy, man, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
For real, doing this thing, man. I see in Atlanta too. Hold on, give me a second. Look. All right, so first, shout out to Sight Studios and
Side
Sight. We
Studio.
already did that, you know what I mean? As we recorded music with him, you know what I'm saying? Moses C done work with him. But speaking of Sight, you know, I brought him up because I noticed that you spent time under his wing, you know what I'm saying? So would you say Sight was your mentor at one point?
Sice is my mentor and best friend till this
Right.
day. Mentor and best friend. We spent 5 years damn near together. You feel me? I'm not leaving the
Okay.
studio. We late nights, early mornings. We created a production Tuesday. And
Yeah.
I love Sice's path. You know, Sice is married with children, beautiful
Yeah.
children. And he's
Still
Right.
making
family
it happen.
oriented. If you know Sice, then you know that he's all about his family. And
Family.
I work
Yeah.
like this because I want to have a family. You feel me? I work like this for my family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Foundation.
exactly. And he was just hard. He's dope and he's always good. He always like no matter what, it don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck how many followers you got. You don't come before the next artist. He taught
For
me
Mhm.
that, you
real.
know. He
Yeah.
taught me so much. Like he was in every aspect of my life, even from mentoring my relationship with my man and showing me how to be a good woman to a black man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Sight for sure.
He is a good man. He a good friend too. You feel me? Like he's just an overall good
Incredible.
person. So he got good energy.
He's an angel, and he was sent to my
Yeah.
life. He's just so beautiful, and I'll do whatever P needs. I'm gonna do it. It ain't nothing.
Straight
Already.
up.
So like, do you remember when you first started cooking up with these beats? Like, what was the process like in the beginning for you, up until the point where you found your natural sound? And like, was it mostly self-taught, or did you have somewhat of a musical background that just evolved over time?
I've always been into a piano. We've always had a piano in the house, so nobody had to tell me to practice the piano. If I hear it, I can play it. You feel me? And I've always been like that. Um, I am very hard on myself. I can't help it. So I didn't start releasing beats or telling the public that I do production probably until this year. This year I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like I don't want to die and not know like, hey, maybe somebody will like my beats. You know what I mean? And it's still something I'm not all the way secure. And I'll be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm still building my confidence. I got over 3 years of beats. I got over
Mhm.
3 years of fucking hard ass songs that I can send y'all. Y'all can let me know your honest opinion. But
Please
I
do, because I
am a
really need to
pussy.
get
I'm a
some
Hey,
pussy.
listen. Have you ever had a moment, and this is being an artist and stuff like that, and owning your work? Have you ever had like hard drive failures where you lost music too, or you
I have
ain't really?
OCD. I haven't lost music. I've had music stolen from me.
Okay.
Ooh.
I've lost. See, like back then, them hard drives before the SSD drives, they used to have the
Yeah.
motors in it running. I remember mine dying on me, and I was just so heartbroken about that because I lost a lot of stuff.
I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, right? But I felt the pain through P when he recorded Boy's whole album and the hard
Mm.
drive
Oh, the hard
collapsed
drive that,
right before
yeah.
the fucking mixes and release. So
Yeah.
you feel me? Like, but they still came through. They still did it. They still came back and delivered. But that's something that people
Yeah.
don't know
That
that y'all
sound
now
like
have an
that might have been
exclusive. That
during
happened,
that might have been during like the 1090 day, huh?
man.
Nah. Nah. It was D boy, he had a dolo tape coming out. I think he was like,
Oh, fish
yeah,
scale? Nah,
Around
it wasn't them days.
nah,
Oh,
it was just
I'm
like
going
a
back
couple
too far.
years back.
Okay, okay,
Like
okay.
just like
Yeah,
man, he had
okay.
this one song I used to run to. I
I
can't
think it's
remember.
the second to the
Before
last tape he
strikes over
dropped.
clout. Before strikes over clout.
Way
Yeah.
before that. Before I
Before
left
that.
in 2018, so before that,
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm seeing her going way back.
Yeah. I think it was in
yeah,
2016.
Okay.
somewhere in there,
Sweetwater?
man.
Nah, that was a single.
Yeah.
That was a single.
Somewhere in there, man. The
Okay.
fucking
Yeah.
hard drive. You
Yeah, I
know what I
remember we
mean?
had that
So
conversation.
So since then,
Right.
I'm super OCD too. Like if y'all look in my
Yeah.
closet, shit's color coordinated. I have a planner. I have like 8 pens, and every pen represents something.
Mhm.
I'm kind of I'm kind of good at
That's good.
organization.
That's
That's
good
good for
though.
what you do. That's good because
I
people
think
like
Yeah.
me,
it looks crazy though.
people
That's
like me,
good.
and certain like I'm like before even trying to like do stuff myself, man. It's like dog recording stuff. I wasn't thinking like that. That shit crashed, and I was
And
just
neither was P, so I had to organize his ass. You feel me? We
Yeah,
all had our
yeah.
parts and
I
our
was
plays
feeling
and what
so
we had to do.
goddamn
Straight
bad.
up.
So what could people expect to get from your production? You know, you would say that stands out from the typical sounds we hear. Like, what gives the ears your signature touch when listening?
Um, I do know for a fact that like I like to do my own thing. And for me personally, right now, I'm into booty bops, bro. I want to juke, you know what I mean? If that shit don't make me juke or like I'm not really into super slow right now. Like I want club bangers. I want shit that's gonna make me
Tempo.
dance. Yeah, up tempo. I'm into
Hmm.
up tempo right now. Maybe that'll change. Like I told you, I'm still finding myself in my production. Like mixing
Yeah,
wise, I feel very confident. But
yeah,
production wise, I feel like I'm still finding myself. But I only know that I like stuff that makes me like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I wanna hook and drill, you
If
know what I
it
mean? I
make you
wanna
move, then you feel like it's gonna make other people move along.
yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta be like this the whole time.
Yeah,
Right.
for real, for
Yeah.
real. I like
Got a
that.
little pop to it.
Mm-hmm.
And drums. I need like I am 808 driven. I'm from the South.
It's only right.
Give me some
808
808s.
Mafia. So while perfecting your craft, you know, in Orlando, before your transition to LA, who were some of the the artist early on you worked with coming out of Orlando? You said Tony Boy.
Tony,
This
out
before
of
you left.
Orlando
Yeah, before you
before.
left. Oh,
I got to work with D Boy. I have a song with D Boy,
okay then.
but I didn't mix him. He did all the mixing. Mind you, I'm not mixing at this time.
Yeah.
Um, who? Oh, he passed too. There was this one artist from the East Side named, man. We're not even gonna go that route. Um, there's so much talent in Orlando. Okay, fucking Brittany Bay. Brittany Bay deserves some credit. Do y'all know who that is?
That ain't sound so familiar.
Oh God, the fact that y'all don't know who this beautiful, amazing, talented singer, just a fucking muse, bro. Like, go Google this girl or something. She's not from Orlando. Don't quote me on that. I don't think she is, but she's been there for too long, so we gonna claim her and we gonna take. We gonna say that she came out of Orlando. This girl can sing and she can write her little ass off, man. She wrote a hook for me called "Ready for War,"
Wow.
and 2016, and I sat there and I watched her write it in an hour, mind you. And again, another exclusive between us because I'm not being a pussy anymore.
Hey, drop the
We just shot the video from a song back in 2016 called
Yeah,
"Ready
yeah.
for War,"
Hey, y'all can
about to
hear me?
release
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
That's
but
what's up though.
because the
So
whole city is ready for war.
yeah.
Orlando.
So when y'all plan on releasing that? It's still in the air?
Man, I was supposed to be released it. We shot this. When did we shoot this? Last year.
Okay.
We shot this last year. Like, it's not. I'm so busy, bro. I don't have time to even work on any type of my own personal creativity.
Oh,
We still have one more scene that I want to shoot, and it's far up in North Cali. But you know what? We're gonna make it happen. Period. I don't know
yeah.
how with the time that we have left here, but we're gonna make it happen.
Being you said that, we appreciate again, you taking your time out your schedule to work with underdogs because we know you determined and you driven right now. So the little time you give us, we appreciate that right now.
For
Y'all
real,
lit though.
for
I'm
real.
gonna support. Period. When I see people doing something, that's something people will always say about me. Like, it ain't no. I just. I feel like if the world would be more like that, like we have to support each other.
Yeah,
It would
that's
be
the
a
blueprint.
beautiful
That's the
place.
win, especially when you talking about our people and stuff like that. That's the win. Everybody keep one thing I was thinking about earlier is like people idolize other cities, like say Orlando. Well, Atlanta got this going on and doing this. Like you can make Atlanta and Orlando in a sense. Pull your resources together rather than trying to go to another city and start all over. You feel me? Like put everything you got right now together as one. But I mean, everybody gonna do their
I
own
feel like that's
thing.
what they're starting to do now. Because if you think about it, they started doing the ciphers.
They
That's
putting it
unity
together.
right there. People support the hell out of Mello and a lot of these
Yeah,
promoters. The city's been coming together in the last 10 years.
that's
I'm
come on.
sorry, I didn't have time to wait.
Yeah,
But
Fact.
they're getting it together or whatever. We just had to,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a lot of business behind the scene with DJs and artists getting into it with each other. I think I told Tadajit, we was talking, I'm like, if you just got that one person that do be on that type of level, got that status, even if artists going against one another, something they can be the one in the middle to be able to bring them together. Like it's about the unity. Just
Yeah.
like how
We
people
need our
seem,
we need our what's that guy from Atlanta's name? PQ QP?
yeah, something like
QP,
that. You
QC,
gotta,
QC,
Q
hey,
QC.
P
we
from,
need our
yeah,
Q or
QC.
PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
QC.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Quality
you
P.
got a lot of folk moving like that doing that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like it.
Yeah.
One thing about Atlanta is like, okay, Atlanta's what it is. People see it on the outside, but they still cliquish. They got their own, but everybody minding their business and doing their thing. Nobody stopping nobody motion. See nobody going
Right.
against each other. Everybody just doing their own thing. But
And I'll
they'll
tell
come
you what I
together
learned.
too.
But what I learned from traveling is every city says the same shit about their
Yeah.
city. The same shit people say, oh, the Orlando doesn't support or there's a local artist. I came to LA artists be coming in the street, man, they support me, man. You
Do
go to
anybody
Atlanta,
Right.
be
be
like,
bringing up
boy,
Atlanta? Like
I've been
Yeah.
everything
in
just
Atlanta too. They say the same shit everywhere you go. I
It
was like,
is
really?
true.
I said
That's
we
everybody
true.
had
in
an
Atlanta
artist
says
on
they
here said the
support.
same thing. They feel like they support people on the outside more than the inside. So everything what you see is you got to make the best of what's going on in your city. If you say you
So
the man, you the person doing whoop the whoop, bring everybody together. Then put your pride to the side. See it bigger than yourself.
My
So
own
what?
daddy told me I couldn't engineer, and I was like, I've been told no for like a solid, and I can understand. I come off kind of ditzy, kind of, I get it. So a lot of people doubted me, but that made me just go harder. So if you believe in yourself,
Yeah.
and that's all you need, just believe in yourself. And if you can see it, it's not for everybody else to see it. You see it.
So
Everything
what?
fair.
What made Paris just relocated to California? What opportunity that presented itself, or you was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just take a leap of faith?
I hit a fuck it. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been in my personal situations for 10 years, you feel me? And I'm not
Mhm.
seeing, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not seeing anything from it. I
Right.
was sad and scared to leave because I was working with Tony, and that's right when Tony had got signed and stuff. You know what I mean? So then I was like, but I gotta go. You feel me? And I'll tell you another insider that people don't know. The week before I was about to move to LA, I got
mhm,
offered by a multi-platinum producer that just hit fucking billboards. He had the number one across the world. And he
mhm.
wanted to move me to Atlanta to run his studio. And everything was going to be fully paid for. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it could have been so cushy. But I
Mhm.
was like, but I'm going to LA. You know what I mean? And my boy, he's like, are you fucking kidding me? You really gonna give this shit up? I'm putting the shit in your face. And da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
You really? I'm like, but I already got my plans, and my soul tells me I need to go to LA.
yeah, yeah. You followed your own instinct in your own heart. You know what you wanted to do. That's
Yeah.
like, in the sense where you hear back in the day, Master P and C Murder, they brothers, they getting into this. The label offered them
Absolutely.
$1 million, but P seen it worth way more than what they were offering.
Right.
Him and his brother arguing on the plane about the $1 million. He like, I see.
Damn right.
You
Damn
feel me?
right. I feel
Now,
it though.
now look at what No Limit is.
Come on
What
Yeah.
now.
it is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So was it like a culture shock when you went to Cali versus leaving the South, just moving out though?
Absolutely. I
What was
was
it like
so
when you got there? It was like you was like an alien or something walking around, like damn.
absolutely. From the moment, first of all, it's so many people. You know what I mean? Like, and then I'm out here by myself. My mom, she was out here with me for the first 3 months. I love my mom. Shout out to
Yeah.
Cuddy. But then she was like, they kind of like my whole family was like, yo, you need to move out. That's the truth. You feel me? They're like, yo, you need to move out. You're grown. The boy ain't come and get you yet. You ain't married yet.
Right.
Go, get out. So then my mom helped me move to LA or whatever. And then this heifer lump, I love her so much, moved to Africa for the next 6 months and cut me
Ooh.
off and was like,
Oh, your
Your
mama?
mom?
yes,
Yeah.
God
moved to
damn.
Africa for the
God,
so I
that's
couldn't
a
get it.
exclusive.
I fuck with Connie. Like I don't have any role models or anything besides my mom because my mom has always been a boss. She's always taught me that I can do whatever. My mama had me kissing myself at 3 years old in the mirror, telling myself I love me,
Type
and
stuff.
I'm
That
gonna do
was
the
fuck.
same shit with my daughter. You feel me?
That was
Heck
sucks.
yeah.
She did. She would never talk to me crazy. Like Connie's always been, and she's a jumper. I'm not a jumper. If she wouldn't have brought me to LA, I wasn't gonna come.
She like to take risks.
Oh, Baba
My mama's a
Daredevil,
risk
yeah.
taker. Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. I am not. You feel me?
That's
I am
what's up.
very.
She in it for
I
the
gotta.
thrill and yeah, okay.
She don't care. If you tell, I could be like, yo, ma, you want to go to Indonesia tomorrow? She gonna be like, yeah, come
What's
on,
your
let's go.
mama's sign is? What her
Uh,
birthday is?
Capricorn, January 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's not scared of
Yeah.
anything. And my mom, she's so beautiful because her childhood was fucked up.
Right.
And the fact that she could be so beautiful and have loved me so much,
Yeah.
Connie can have whatever too. It
She
don't even matter
overcame.
anything. My mom,
Yeah.
yeah. My mama is walking pain with a smile.
See that rose
So,
that grew from the concrete, huh?
yeah.
Period, Pooh. And
I like
she
that.
was a mobile accountant before mobile and remote jobs became a thing. She was like, and everybody looked at her like she was crazy. They're like, you have to work at an office. You can't just travel the world and be an accountant. She was like, watch me.
Show
Mm,
their ass.
So because of her, that's why I'm kind of like, okay, watch.
straight
We gonna
up.
do. We see it.
Yeah, you
That's what's
your
up.
mama daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you say, like she instilled that in you. So that's like
Yeah,
the
that's
drive you
cool.
got behind you already there since a
my
little
dad helped with
girl.
that too. My
Mhm.
dad put drive in me because he did
Word.
16 years in prison and he also
Mhm.
played sports and stuff. So he came out beautiful too. Have you ever met somebody that's done 16 years in prison that's been able to transform their lives?
Nah, not 16. A lot of people I
People
met.
come out in 3 years and still be
Yeah,
fucked up and
Yeah,
still
yeah,
that's
doing the
real.
same crazy
yeah,
ass shit that you already got caught, bro. Figure it
yeah,
out. If you get caught, you ain't good enough.
yeah.
Now
Right.
stop. I'm sorry.
My pops always told me it ain't illegal till you get caught.
You, you said I like your pause. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
that's a
Yeah,
good motto.
man. Fly
But if
high.
you met my dad, you wouldn't even be able to tell. And the shit that he's told me about, because I gotta ask about some prison stories. You feel me? I have to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he had to.
Can I give y'all one?
Do your
Yeah.
thing. We do what we want to
Okay.
do over here.
I don't want to say this is my favorite, but I just like building shit. You know what I mean?
Right,
And he
right.
said that people would build knives out of toilet paper, wet
What
toilet
the
paper.
fuck? Let it harden up. How the fuck this old but paper is wood though? So
Hey, that ain't
shit.
my business. Okay, I'm just saying I like building shit.
Shit.
That's all I'm saying. But
Yeah.
you wouldn't even be able to tell. He's so beautiful, but he would be so hard on me, especially like
Mhm.
once I did get in school and stuff like that, and I did start doing music. He would be like, "Yo, you can't chill. You gotta work hard at this and that, this and that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For
Like
real,
a
for real.
football coach.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real.
Need that push.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
I
right.
wasn't.
balance, you know what I mean? Your mama had her side and your dad was like pushing you on you to stay focused. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he was hard as shit, and then my mom would be like, "It's okay, baby. He loves you though.
yeah,
He loves
balance,
you."
balance. That was up.
Yeah.
So like, what was that moment like for you when you got the opportunity to transition to the melting pot where most musical careers in the industry jump out? Like to be out on the West Coast, like after all them countless hours, work over the years, like, what was this year like as well when you first got there? And what year was it?
I just got crazy goosebumps, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because it just literally flashed in my mind as you said that. Wow, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be yet,
yeah,
but I know my journey has been wild.
yeah,
I've ended up in some of the biggest rooms. And when I tell y'all that energy
yeah,
cannot be faked, I've been saying that since before I left. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm real, I feel like that's what keeps me moving and keeps me around. Like I can't control this mouth if I want to. You feel me? I don't give a
yeah,
fuck who you are. I don't care how much money you have.
yeah,
This is how I'm not gonna ever do anything out of ill intent. So if I said it, I meant it.
yeah, real spill.
But it's been crazy. What was the exact question though?
Uh So like, yeah, it was you. Well, you really did answer that though. You feel me? Like
Okay,
you was just giving your experience when you got there. So you just get to Cali when it's time to start working with these major artists. Who was the first artist you can remember that you worked with at the time?
Ray J.
Oh man, how was
Yeah,
that like?
Man, I always told myself I ain't gonna say no dumb shit, right? But I'm not too
yeah.
mad about what I said. But
Okay then.
I walked in, the studio called me, they're like, yo, get here now. Mind
Yeah,
you, I live kind of far or whatever. I'm like, get here now.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, I got a client for you. I don't want to tell you who it is because I don't want you
Hmm.
to freak out, but just
Right.
get here now.
You
And I
might
was
not
like,
make it, God.
man,
Shock.
I'm talking about I drove over 100 miles per hour. I know, like, you don't want to tell me.
So you think it would have
I'm
been like
talking about
120 if you would have heard Ray J? You think it would have
I
been
mean,
150?
I got a feeling, so I may have or may have not. I probably, well, allegedly, may have drove in the right side that you're not supposed to drive
Oh yeah.
on. I'm
HOV
out. I'm
lane.
coming. I'll be there in 20 minutes. I probably got there in 15.
God damn.
In LA traffic.
Oh
Um,
man.
man, I don't give a fuck. So I get there, and it's Ray J and Jackie
Yeah.
Long, from
Oh wow.
ATL.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching ATL yesterday. It's funny.
Yeah.
Man, and you know what? I walked in and I wasn't ready. I walk in, I was like, oh wow, I feel like I walked into a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they all just start dying laughing. So
Real
that was the
talk.
icebreaker, and it was an incredible session. That motherfucker is talented.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
talented that he's so hard on himself, and everything he does is good. He has the voice of an angel.
That was so for those who may be wondering if they were to collab with Paris Shenae in the studio, what would that session be like?
For real.
Lit.
What's the vibes?
You ain't gonna be here. We leaving.
For real. Gonna be floating.
Real shit.
Basically, we're gonna be so far gone, the whole day done passed. You ain't even realize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, do you got any routines you do like every session that get you in that mode?
Yeah.
Like you
Any
might
rituals
roll
type
up or
stuff.
anything you do. Like certain people do different things when they get in that mood to
I
create.
mean, I just roll weed, I guess. I smoke probably
Yeah.
all day long. I wouldn't call it a routine though. Like, I guess I would ask them certain questions like how many songs are you trying to accomplish today, or what are we working on, so I can just have like a goal and make sure that they finish whatever it is they came there to do.
Mm-hmm.
So like what would
That's
be
good.
like be some of your pet peeves though, like when you're working on a project, whether it's
Yeah.
mixing or mastering, or processing or working with a certain type of artist.
I don't
Yeah.
have any pet peeves. Oh,
So
okay, I do. Oh my God, I lied. I have one pet peeve.
Gotta have at least one.
One time, this one artist took 6 hours to record a hook.
What?
look at this.
And it was
Look.
straight. It was straight through. That I guess I wouldn't call that. I don't know what you would call that, but however long
I can
that
believe it.
was,
I can
my
believe it.
ADD, like I was like, I felt like I was gonna jump out my body. Like first of all, I like working with artists that are super quick, because if you can
Yeah.
get a song done in 45 minutes to 2 hours, you a G. You feel me? You gonna make
Well,
me so happy.
hey, me and Slide them doing them 5 and 6. It got give me 3 hours, but
Yeah,
we
but
coming
What?
except
out
for
with
singers. Singers take longer or whatever, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
with
get
that.
that.
I understand.
I get
But if
that.
you a rapper and you say 6 hours to do a hook, you killing me, bro.
I'm coming to the studio prepared. Like this shit came on a flash drive, dog. I'm just gonna
What?
match the energy. You feel me? That's
In
how we
four
roll.
hours I could knock out like 12 songs.
It's business.
Yeah,
It's business. You feel me? So when I come to the
Damn.
studio, I paid you already. You paid. I ain't finna go in there being bullshit and be goddamn taking photos. Like I ain't
I
know.
don't
I'm
know.
coming and be an artist.
You
Like
killed me. That
that
that was
shit.
the only
Like
thing I can remember.
that shit.
That
Like a
was
nigga.
just torture.
That shit like a nigga trying
Whoa.
to freestyle on the beat like he double this and hold on, bro, hold on. I got some. Wait,
And it
hold on,
was
hold
6 hours,
on,
like
hold
6 hours, never stopping. Like we like this again, again,
Mhm.
again. Like it was
Hold on, I'm
so
ready. Start the beat
draining.
over. Start the beat over.
Yeah,
Yeah, these nigga. Wait. Start the beat. Hold on.
exactly. Yeah, that was that. I wouldn't call that a pet peeve, but I didn't like it. I'll do it. I
Like
won't do it.
efficiency. You like a
Yeah.
season. You like a seasoned artist. They got seasoning on them. You know. You
I
don't like an
do. I
artist
don't
that
like the
come in and
rookies.
got no type of sauce. They
So,
just got ketchup on them.
no, because you either got it or you don't. I record little kids too, and you got little 8-year-olds
Yeah,
coming in and doing their
yeah,
thing. So if you
yeah,
if you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
So so
yeah.
basically, so basically, because I said the same shit to me and I was asking this. So basically, you like an artist to come to your sessions well prepared or just prepared at
I
least.
like an artist to come be an artist.
Come with your
Yeah.
outfit on.
Not even just come be an artist. Come to create. Come to
Right.
paint. Come open minded. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
come to do your thing.
As an
That's
artist,
it.
this should be so exciting just to get in the
Right.
environment. Like
It
that's
should
all.
be
This only
so
thing.
easy. But these people, everybody in the world takes it so hard. I think that's what they just take it so hard. Like it shouldn't be creating should be fun. You feel me?
Fine. Yeah.
Everybody not creators, but we live in a time where when it's
It's so
money,
much pressure.
when somebody see a money opportunity, because like I say, I piggyback. When me and Slide started doing our music thing, we remember when music wasn't even nobody went like, oh, I'm a just rap. We rapping when it wasn't a thing, it wasn't no trend. So when it started
Yeah.
trending, everybody just feel like they can do it because everybody got a mouthpiece, everybody can talk, but not knowing that
It's therapy though. It's
yo,
therapeutic,
It
you
really
know?
is.
it
For
is.
me, it is.
Absolutely. I used to tell people, actually, when I started recording Tony, I used to say that I was an audio therapist. That's the day I realized, like, hey,
Mm,
I'm
I like
actually an
that.
audio therapist.
Mm, I like that because
That's
people talk.
deep.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. So what are some?
See.
Oh yeah, you already said that. All right. So where does your inspiration come from when you're producing these records?
Um, I'm learning right now, and when you're in like learning mode, there's inspiration from like all types of corners, you know?
Yeah.
Um, right now I'm really into just drums, and like I said, I'm trying to figure out this like hook and jerk that I'm looking for. So I would say drums, and like it's gotta
Yeah.
bounce, you know?
You might want to use one of them New Orleans samples then too, because they got a lot of bounces in them for
Oh,
real.
dude.
Okay, period. I'm gonna write that down too.
Oh, I would just yeah, for
I'm gonna ask
real.
KT about the middleman Gucci song, right? Did I say it
No,
right?
the million
Million
dollar
dollar
man,
man.
million
See,
dollar
that's why I had
man.
to repeat it and make sure because
They
I
were
had
like,
already forgot.
What the name? Ric Flair, $1 Million Man. Yo.
Yeah,
Oh,
Period.
that's
Million
yeah,
that's
dollar man.
DiBiase. That's
New Orleans
DiBiase.
joint.
That's DiBiase.
yeah,
$1 Million Man.
Got it.
Uh, yeah, that's that underground Gucci. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
That's
I'm gonna
that
ask him.
shit.
It's in my head. I'm gonna find out.
so
Other
art,
things you do
yeah,
when you're not working that still keeps the creativity stimulating outside the studio.
yeah. hmm Like we leave that bitch, you just popping still. You might be in Chick-fil-A line, just like, yo, I'm gonna go to the studio and put that bitch down.
You said what inspires me to do that?
Nah,
Yeah,
like
like
when
there's
you're not
things you
working, right?
yeah,
Are there things that still keep you, in your creativity
yeah.
outside the
Well,
studio?
I told y'all. First of all, I'm always working, right? But
hmm
if I have 15 minutes to an hour or two to not work, which is not common, that's a really long time to not work. Um, I like to do my nerd shit. I'm kind of learning Mandarin right now. It's really hard. And I have some other things that I'm working on for outside of music for my purpose on earth.
yeah.
So I try to
Spirituality.
focus
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell nah, this is crazy as fuck.
I'm an empath, so I can kind of feel where you were going with
Absolutely. We get
that.
I
gutted
don't
in this battlefield. We get gutted in this battlefield.
Yeah.
Don't really matter. Come back to heels. I'm always putting in work because I'm ready. I'm ready for war.
uh, I don't know how I got this, but let me also mention you got producer credits with G Herbo, G Easy, Ray J, Stevie J, Kindy, Johnny Blaze,
Wow.
and West Orlando's Tony Boy.
Oh my God, I
So,
forgot about some of those people. Yes.
so
Yo,
out of all the
Johnny Blaze is a dope artist. She's
I
dope.
just looked on my TikTok. Yeah, she's so fire.
It's
I want to
fucking
work with her
fire.
more, but I think she doesn't live here, unfortunately. I don't think.
mm,
She's beautiful too, like real
Hmm.
person. You just want to stare at her. It's like, wow, you're
Right.
so
gorgeous.
real, yeah, so we gonna kick it in high drive with that being said, like out of all the artists you worked with thus far, like what were some of your memorable moments for you in the studio that keep giving you that feeling like you getting closer and closer to what you manifested in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
When Nick
that's
Cannon said, "Good job, kid."
oh
A word.
wait, what? We just keep getting all these exclusives.
I'm telling you, it's been fucking crazy, y'all. Crazy. We gonna put on
Yeah.
for the city though. Period.
On
That's
gang, got to.
in here, man. For real. If you
Let
don't
folks
know,
know what's
now you
going
know.
on.
And the words are
It's
biggie.
crazy. It's crazy. I got goosebumps again, y'all. It's been such a wild journey.
Nah, that's why
Yeah.
we want you to we want you to reference
Reminisce.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
reminisce, all that.
It's gonna
Feel
keep
me?
getting better and better. Watch.
Yeah. So I so out of all the records you produced, which one was the one that you consider one of your top records produced in your catalog right now?
I
One of
didn't
the top.
produce those. I engineered with them and I worked with
Okay.
them as an engineer. Producing, I'm really just getting into it now and trying to get in my production bag.
Okay. So the
Actually,
engineering. hmm
okay, what was my favorite?
What's
What?
one of your top ones out your catalog that you engineered?
Who? G Easy. Well, hold on. Let me think. Top catalog.
Mm.
Nelly.
Nelly?
Whoa. Whoa,
Yeah,
I think I
it's a
seen
good
that
song. You
clip.
gonna like it.
I think
It's
I
a
seen
really
that
good
Whoa.
clip.
song.
It sounds like the St. Louis Nelly from back then too.
It's different.
It
He's
do.
so
I
it's good.
fuck
And
with that.
It
you want to
sounds
hear
like
some
that.
crazy
That
shit?
What?
oh
About a month before, maybe, right? My mom, being a mom, being, an old mom or whatever, right? She's like, baby, I think you should work with Nelly. And I was
mm,
like, Mom, please stop. I got this,
mm,
okay? Whatever, right?
mm.
Why the fuck did I end up working with him the next motherfucking month? I said,
Yeah.
Mom, I worked with your boyfriend. And
He
I said,
manifested that on you early.
Yeah.
and just
Real.
for the ladies out there, he is beautiful in person. That is a beautiful black man in person on
Type
TV. The way
shit.
he looks is how he looks, okay?
Yeah.
Type shit. Yeah. Now you
Yeah.
know they still look the same as when he was popping out here in these streets.
Yeah.
He gives us all hope. He looks good.
For real, he do. He don't look like he about 40-some years old. He look like he about 20,
Is
25.
My people
it?
don't crack.
Damn.
My people don't crack. Just want to say
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
that. Yeah, man. So, I what were some of the things along the way you learned in the business over time that made you more wise in the industry? Because you know a lot of you got people that's very talented that don't know the industry side of it and end up getting duped some type of way. I mean, we
Um,
hear it a lot, you know.
that answer would be different for artists and for
Right.
engineers.
Okay.
For artists, I
Engine.
would say just to be educated in the industry. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to create, but again, this if you're trying to do it as a business, it is a
Yeah.
business. So make
Yeah.
sure you know the ins, the outs, how much percentage you're making off of Spotify, how much percentage you're making off of Tidal. Look at these things that is a key impact on your career as an artist.
Or do
You
you
feel
feel
me?
like streaming added more to it versus which one would you rather have? Just the old school way of it with the record sales and stuff, or would you like the streaming more opportunity? It seemed like record sales, you had the bottom album, them album about $20 a pop, 15, and you sell
Wow.
$100,000 unit, I mean
Wow.
100,000 units, five like
Wow. I like
yeah,
where we're at now. I do. I'm probably one of the few people that would answer this. The whole industry would probably tell you they like the old way because they could control it.
yeah,
I like this way because if you got it, you got it, and if you don't,
yeah,
you don't.
yeah, yeah,
Period.
yeah,
And it gives people a real chance. You know what I mean? There's people that are
yeah.
you'll
I
probably
like
never
that.
even hear about that have maybe just they could have probably 50 to 70,000 followers, and they're making money off of their music and being
Yeah,
independent. You
I
feel
like
me?
that.
Right.
So I like
Mhm.
that people can do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's a lot
But I
of
feel like
platforms.
everybody else would argue against that for sure.
Cause like, if I was to get if I was to get signed the old fashioned way, I might like it depending on what the deal is. Cause right now it's like think because of labels see like the inflation of artists and stuff, them 365s is going around a lot. So
Yeah.
it's all about what you winning for. You know, you hear a lot of mistakes from other artists that just I guess they wanted to sign so fast or get into it, but when you know your worth, you'll wait it out. You know, the right
Yeah.
opportunity will come. Everything that sound good ain't the first, the best thing smoking sometimes.
Like I told you, I turned that ATL offer down. I've turned down a production deal because my first beat that I ever made called Go Down, and I hit
Okay
up
then.
Pressure Dahmer to write to it because I was like, Pressure, please help me. I can't write to this beat because
Mm-hmm.
I made the beat with DJ or Semi-Auto. Yeah, he did the drums because, like I told you, I'm not. My dad plays the drums. This is where it comes
Right,
from, right? My
right.
dad plays the drums, and he makes me nervous about the drums because he's such a drum head, and I don't want to fuck up. You feel me?
Yeah, you got the piano and drums in the mix. Okay then.
So I hit up Pressure Dahmer and I was like, yo, can you write to this beat? We wrote a fire ass record. You know what? Just for the kicks and giggles of it, I might shoot a video to it next year because
Yeah,
I try to do shit that's timeless. Like I can
yeah.
come back 10 years from now and be like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it again.
Wait, god damn, I couldn't hit that bit fast enough. But the word I heard was timeless. You feel me? Like music is timeless. If you got a hit, it's a hit record. That's why when you hear records, they be hits. The artist might have had that song out locally or whatever for about 3-4 years. When they hit everybody
Yeah.
here, that's when I
A
feel
pro-
like you can't say nothing old as an artist till everybody heard it. It might
that's
be
right.
old to you still, but people still playing Michael Jackson songs, Nelly
Yeah.
I'm
music.
still playing Michael Jackson
Me
songs. I was
Come
just
too.
on,
playing
man.
him the
Come
other day.
on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, that
But a
man still.
producer tried me with that song though. He tried to give me a production deal. My mama could vouch for this, and we still have the
Yeah,
paperwork for
yeah,
$10,000, and he wanted to reproduce the whole beat and make it different and stuff like that. And I was like, "You wildin'. No,
man.
you can't reproduce my beat." Talking about I had too much going on. Well, we're gonna
Yo,
re-release it and we're gonna see.
I ain't gonna lie. That sound like this movie out right now that came out recently. It revolves around music. It's this girl. I can't even call it. It was on Netflix, I think, and she
Okay.
had like this hit. Oh, she can rap. Pace basically. It was like the music industry. I think what his name was in the Mike Epps was in the movie. He was a manager.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
Cadillac Records.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that
Yeah.
right there, she had done because her dad used to do it, but her dad used to put out all
That's
that
that's
type of
that's a good
music.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to put out that energy. They was like, you rapping like this, you a battle rapper like you. This ain't you, and you doing this for the industry. You putting out music like this. That what your daddy died over, doing stuff he ain't even doing. I was like, yeah, this was dope because they were giving her the industry, you know. I
Yeah,
said that hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
Like
That
she
was
was
a good shit.
talented, but nobody wanted to hear that. They wanted to hear the other side of. I said, damn, that is the industry today. Like it's probably artists
Yep.
that it
That's what
probably
happened
artists.
to Tinashe. If y'all listen to Tinashe, I was listening to her. People don't even know that she engineers and produces as well. Do y'all know who Tinashe is?
Man, sounds so
Beautiful singer
familiar.
dancer.
Yeah.
Oh man, the
I
fact that y'all
probably
don't even know who she is hurts my heart so bad again.
Oh
Long
my
story
god.
short, she's fire. Y'all know she's that fire though. She's that
I
fire.
probably
No,
heard a
we
song before. I just
yeah,
don't know
that's
the name.
I'm not
I
good. I'm
love
a
to get on. I love to get too
Oh,
on.
see,
When the
yeah,
drink is too
oh
I
strong.
know that
okay.
When
song.
the drink be way too strong.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my shit.
Okay
So
then. Yeah.
that's that's the first song I ever bought. I ain't never
Mm.
because you know we you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you know what I
Yeah,
mean. But
yeah.
even though I could, I was like, nah, this is my
Yeah.
bitch. I gotta
I can
support her.
get
You
you.
feel
I
me?
can get you. Yeah, I can get you.
Yeah. So I bought that record or whatever, and she signed to RCA, man, and they just,
Mm.
in my personal opinion, they fucked her career up. She should have been huge. My opinion, she should have been
Yeah.
huge because
Yeah.
Tinashe is so incredibly talented. But like you were saying, they took her and they tried to change her.
Change it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
And
That's
she
now
had a
they're
bad
trying to
company.
revert back to who she was, but she's already lost the minds of people. And once you lose people's attention, it's
by that
hard to get that
content she was
attention
putting
back.
out. Like she broke out one way, and then
Yes.
when artists be trying to revamp it be a hit or miss.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
take the tape and change and hope they still fuck with you.
That part. You
Yeah.
got grab a loose?
So
That shit sucks.
I
Oh, can I have one? I'll get one later.
so your work ethic seems unmatched. As you
Thank you.
described, sessions are like sleepless nights, camping in the studios that show you really dedicated to your vision and hungry. Like to meet your goals, I would call that an underdog mentality for sure. But like, what keeps you focused and determined through these moments?
My future unborn child.
I
Mm-hmm.
like that answer.
That's the truth.
You setting everything in play, yeah, yep. That
Sure.
real. That's the realest thing, real for real. So, along your journey, you know what I'm saying? Have you ran into any setbacks? You know, and if so, how did you keep pushing through them obstacles to keep yourself balanced?
A million setbacks since Orlando. So many setbacks. And to tell y'all the truth, I have been slapped and shitted on so many times and taken it with
Mm-hmm.
grace and a smile. And I'll never speak bad on anybody ever because that's not even in me. But just know that your girl has came through the mud and still came out clean.
What's up?
On
Nah,
And
everything.
real
can't
for real.
nobody say nothing bad about me.
That makes us stronger as individuals, like our trials and tribulations. You know what I mean?
Real
So
talk, because when some people don't go through certain things, or they don't know how to handle it once they get, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's a
yeah,
part of growth. That's a part of growth. Like we all go through it. So when we mold into the person we are, it just help us be our true self. You know what I mean? Like we ain't planning on get even, none of that. All right, you got it, cool. Like I ain't tripping out that.
Like
It's
I told
still
y'all, my music has been stolen from me.
right.
You feel me? So I think that was the biggest cut. Is like I don't let a lot of people close to me. You feel me? And it fucks with me to this day. But I'm like I told you, I'm so OCD. I
yeah,
number my songs. I've been making music for 12 years. At this point, we just number them motherfuckers. You feel me? They ain't even got
Right.
names when we open them. It's zero
Yeah.
11. It's 012. It's 050. You feel me? I'm gonna notice if 03, 06 through 09 is
yeah.
gone.
Listen, yeah.
Right.
And the files just magically disappeared. It's even to the point I cleaned my hard drives just to make sure, like, hey, are any of my clients' files missing? I
Yeah.
went through over 160 clients. My files are the only ones missing.
Man.
Well,
That's
to the
okay.
people out there that's stealing and doing whatever you're doing out there, y'all ain't gonna make it far. Y'all ain't shit. For real.
For
You
Thank
ain't,
real,
you, man.
yo.
y'all,
Honestly, God's got hands on me though, and that God's glow,
mhm.
you can't stop that God's glow.
You
You ain't
shit.
gonna be able to
Yeah.
create or produce like that anyway, so you had to steal.
Yeah, gotta
Right,
steal.
as a pop and songwriter told me that wrote for Beyonce, sauce cannot be replicated.
You
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Okay. You can only nobody ain't gonna they can only re-rock it and remake it. They ain't gonna be able to put it out how you did because you heard it how you heard it.
And a long time ago, my dad and that I stopped putting my music out. The last song I put out was the company cover or whatever earlier this year. I feel like I only put out one song a year, and I only got 2 songs on Spotify.
Yeah.
But the music that I put out, I just every time I put music out, I want it to be like, even if it don't go crazy, at least everybody's gonna say that motherfucker's hard. You know what I mean? I got like 11 trusted ears, including P, Ryan, that I run my music through. P gonna tell me, you know, my dad included too, because he's a crazy, super talented music head. And I
Yeah.
run it through my list, and I have the people like, I know that if he says no to this hip hop song, that's a motherfucking hit. If he says no to this R&B song, then it's good. You know what I mean? And you gotta have trusted ears and people that you can have that you trust around you, because this industry gets, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
It's
you know
watered
what I mean?
down. They don't care
I
about
feel
talent no
you.
more. They building rappers now. You feel me? Creator player, 2K mode on you. Yeah, like
And that's just,
Yeah.
and I want to support real artists, and I wanted to give back. I hope that my role in this industry moving forward will be to play a
open the
part in
line.
music getting back to soul, like
Yeah.
to real artistry. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
stop all this popcorn artistry shit. Let's get back to the
Yeah.
real artists.
Real artists, we don't appreciate that shit because we looking at like, look what is destroying behind that type of music. Like, you know, it's like
Yeah.
because
I
it's a
listen to
big
everything.
responsibility. It's a responsibility because you got people listening to you. You feel me? I'm responsible
Yeah.
as a
Ooh,
motherfucker about this shit.
Right.
I feel like that today. I feel
ooh,
like
you
Me
that
got
today.
too.
deep.
Today,
Okay.
that's why we trying to push.
Yeah.
One thing, my partner, he pushing, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of spirituality and raising
Okay.
people moves, you feel me? So
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely.
I look at lingo, you know what I'm saying, as being able to say what I want to say without saying it. That's how slick talking
That
I like
part.
to be. And that's why you
Yeah.
use a lot of metaphors, you feel me? You have fun with it. But I'm serious as a motherfucker, but I'm just gonna throw something and be like, ooh, damn, that nigga said what? Like,
Type shit.
you know what I
I
mean?
love
Like,
that. I love when I gotta go back and listen to rap music, and I gotta go
yeah,
back and listen to your bar, and I can hear 3 bars
yeah.
inside the bar. That shit
Yeah.
excites me. You feel me?
I said,
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
man,
like,
I'm gonna have to let you
throw
I'm
one
not
out there real quick, Slide. You be crazy with the wordplay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh shit. Let me get one in my head real
That's a
quick. I got
quick
so
little
many
one where you
fucking
you
bars.
slick talking.
I got so many
I
fucking
said,
bars. It's crazy.
she put it on me like a shining, but she lost the battle. She super sign. I'm super. What's that? She super signing like Seattle, and I'm the glove. I need love when I'm alone in my like. Like Gary Payton, super sonic. Like she put it on me like a shining, but she lost the battle. I ain't talking about like we fucking boo 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 boo. Like
Mhm.
make it creative. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit be feeling like I feel like myself. I feel like I'm too weak if I say a regular bar. Even though I could talk like reality, when I'm saying something relatable, it's gonna be as simple as possible. But when it comes to stuff like that, explicit or talking about doing this and that, I'm covering everything up. Like you gotta unlayer it as a listener. But
Yeah.
in that
I
music client, you're gonna be like, all right.
I like to say I clip my wings when I'm rapping though, because if I'm rapping, I feel like you kind of like I want to be as sweet as possible. You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta say some real shit that's gonna hurt people's feelings. You feel me? Not on no cocky shit, on no bragging shit. You know what I mean? I might say shit like the FDA is winning or something like that. You know what I mean? We need to pay attention. But shit like that, I feel like
That's slide right there. That's them.
they Instagram, YouTube shadow banned the fuck out of me for that video. I have been shadow banned my whole career because they know better.
YouTube be flagging, playing with our views and stuff, but we still
They
money.
know
We still
better.
doing
But
them.
you know what? Your girl's going up on TikTok. TikTok appreciates me, and I
Yeah.
just started getting on that
Hey,
motherfucker.
you know what? Speaking of TikTok, this off
They're
subject,
nice to
but
me.
man, TikTok, they the FBI is now talking about something that already been talked about. Now they like to say they didn't know already, but China is, you know, it's an app from China called ByteDance. They the ones that own it. So what they're doing is saying like influencing and all that type of stuff, but all they do is filter the stuff. So the algorithms in China, they're pushing their kids to be advanced and teaching them things and stuff.
They
So on
go to school 6 days a week.
on they TikToks, you're not seeing the same stuff that you'll see over here trending. So over
I
here,
do.
you
I
see,
speak Mandarin. I set my settings to Mandarin. What you mean? I see
oh,
what
for
they see.
real?
Yeah,
Okay,
it
okay,
came up for me.
okay.
I
I
speak
didn't know
different
how to do
languages.
that.
What you mean?
No,
You
I'm
gotta.
saying like the type of
No, I feel. I
nah,
feel. I
yeah,
feel
the type
you.
of content like over here, you know, for the
I
kids
feel
and
you.
stuff, they gonna send all type of like stuff that ain't
Yeah.
helping them.
Let me
Like,
Did
let
y'all
me let
see?
me let me hit it with a couple bars, man. I just thought about some
Yeah,
shit in my head,
yeah. Where you
man.
at? Come on now.
I
Let
be
go.
I got so much shit I had to re-download in my mind.
yeah, that should be like
Let
that.
me hit
I
you with
just was
some. Hold
thinking
on.
about it.
Paradigm shift, elevation. It's time to go to the fifth dimension, but we still playing. Catch me venting in the studio on God mode. They try to set me, but I scramble. Marshall folk. Police to get license to kill once they take their oath. Fuck Queen Elizabeth and the Vatican and the Pope. Fuck this man law. We ain't paying taxes anymore. It's on the right to emancipate your mind. Damn the status quo.
Okay,
Yeah.
period. Wait. So going back to your tax line, right? Now, okay. How do y'all feel? Or maybe I'm going too far. Let's talk about music. I'm,
Ah,
I'm
you ain't
tripping.
going
Nah,
far.
do your
No,
I know
thing.
y'all
we
got.
I'm on.
we do what we want to do on here. We monetize. We made it. We
I
made
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
You don't feel like we should pay taxes? Like everybody's got to pay
Hell
something, right?
no. We the original people. I ain't gonna go that far,
Nah.
but yeah, this our land, dog.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
with that
ours.
being said, how do you delegate a land though? How do people work? How do you construct that? How should we
You
be
gotta
doing it?
you gotta have your elders in the family. Genealogy ain't from no spit test. You gotta look the paperwork up. You know, a lot of us it's hard for us to find our paperwork, you know what I'm saying? And they fucked us over with
Yeah.
that. Uh think about this. I was telling Sly, we were talking about on the last show, you feel me? You got Africans from Africa,
Here we
Jamaicans from
go.
Jamaica,
Here we
Haiti
go.
from Haitians, you know,
Yes.
Haitians from Haiti. So it's like,
Yes.
you mean to tell me in America just a corporation? You feel me? We were talking about the last show, white and black. Nobody identifies themselves from the world but us with colors of our skin. Everybody else
Really?
got their culture. So
Oh my
Africans,
God.
Africa, they got a culture. They're us. We're all one.
Ooh.
Jamaicans they know themselves. So when the Haitians come over here from Haiti, they got their culture. They know themselves. We the only ones where we've been stripped of our identity, and them folk know that this is our shit. We're
Yeah.
the only people where they call us different names over the census: black, African American, colored, Negro, mulatto. Shit goes so far back. You know what I'm
No, there's
saying?
different
Like,
words
Yeah.
for everything. There's different words out there for
but
everything.
but with
But I
Africa,
feel you
there
for
ain't no
color. You
telling.
said for color. True.
Yeah,
True. True.
Africa, you ain't
True.
gonna tell no African he African American. He know he from Africa. That's his culture.
Well, with that being said, just this week through Twitter Spaces, I learned
Oh,
what Pan Africa is. Y'all know what that is?
Of course.
that's American, or the blacks in Pan
No.
African.
Okay. Pan Africa.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pan
Boom. Period. Ready?
Um,
Okay. So it's kind of what you just said. It's basically the unity of all African cultures, right? Doesn't matter, but we all conglomerate
yeah,
and
yeah,
come
yeah,
together. Caribbeans, all the
yeah.
Jamaicans, Haitians, like
Everything
any.
got a
Yes.
descendant of African. Got
Yes. Google it. People and they
yeah,
go hard. They like really support each other and
yeah,
stuff like that. It's crazy cool.
yeah. But
Yeah,
when I
I know Pan African. Dr. Umar talk about it a
yeah,
lot.
I ain't
when it
never heard that in my life, bro.
yeah, when it comes to this land, though, it's like all us the same. When you even go to DR and all that, they got brown skin, black, but they got their own culture. Over here, like I say, it's like we the only ones where in America, because America established the corporation. This ain't America. It wasn't called America. Like they
Yeah,
gave it
I
the
got some
Don't
name.
more
have a
fucked up
nation.
shit for you. You ready for this? I
Uh,
hate and another reason why I can't write certain shit anymore, right? Is
right.
because I am tired and I don't give a fuck. Put me on record for saying it. For the
Mm.
depiction of the black and colored woman. I'm sick of it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
tired. We are
Yup.
the whole Kardashians are baby mamas. Yeah, we don't
Mm.
label them as baby mamas.
Yup. Yup.
But if we're baby mamas, we're looked down upon and stuff like that. Like I'm tired of the okay. I stopped. Oh, I don't know if I could say that.
Hey, when
I
people say that, I just say talk around what you saying, but we gonna know what you saying. Lose a little lingo.
the stereotypes that are placed upon us are forcefully placed upon us.
Yeah,
The images that are put out there are forcefully put out there of us.
yeah.
And I'm tired and I won't take part in it.
That's what black and niggas stand for. When they created the word niggas got a stereotype behind it. Black got a
And,
stereotype behind it.
and it's always
Program.
cool until it's time to be black.
Yeah, yeah. For real,
And
for
I'm
real.
tired. I didn't because I'm half Puerto Rican too. And like I told y'all, until
Mhm.
my dad was in jail. So I wasn't with my black side of my family. I didn't eat baked mac and cheese until 8th grade, bro. And when I did, it was game fucking over. That's the first time I got my hair cornrowed. That's the first time I got to indulge in Black
Yo,
culture.
Uh,
Working
yeah,
at Side Studios, you know what I mean? Recording all of our
yeah,
biggest gangster rappers.
yeah.
You
yeah,
feel me? I got to
yeah.
see real
The other
culture and
side of that shit.
understand it.
I wouldn't
When,
even, but see, I wouldn't even with that. I wouldn't even call the shit that we do culture though, because like in a way of what is our culture when you
wait.
ask that question.
I'm going
Yeah.
back to the whole DR thing and the whole
Oh,
brown
okay.
thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bet.
So being where we're from, we all know that it was racist as fuck in the 90s or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother had to lie to my grandfather and tell him that I was Dominican for the first 2 years of my life because he was a racist against Black people.
But
And
he was
then,
programmed.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was, and that, thank you. You got to my point before I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cause
You feel me?
racism, real racism, really ain't based off me liking the color of your skin. That shit all resources.
That's just
So,
prejudice.
Like if I got more money than you and more control, I'm controlling everything. Where your kid go to school, where you live at,
Yeah,
all that
that's
shit.
racist.
Yeah, that's racism. You feel me?
so
But
he
me,
made a derogatory remark when I was 2 years old, and my mom went off. My
Yeah.
mom went the fuck off, and she was like, "Your granddaughter is Black," and I'm mind you, I'm his favorite. You feel me? I'm his little baby. Fuck his
I heard
whole
it's
dance. You know
so.
what I mean? But after that, my grandfather was no longer a racist. He completely transformed his life. He
Yeah,
stopped drinking. He
yeah,
died 8 years or 7 years later or whatever. I don't remember him that much, but I
right.
know that I just loved him so much, and I wear him around my neck to this day in this locket. You feel me?
Yeah,
Because
Yeah, yeah,
he was my first, like, my depiction of what a real man is.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't I'm thankful. I have been hurt before, financially or whatever. Like, not till I got older. That shit hurts to go from money and then to not have money. You know
mhm,
what I mean? At least you come from not having money. You used to not having money. You feel
yeah,
me? It ain't gonna hurt as
Yeah,
bad. But
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
grandfather had 6 houses by the time I was, 3 years old or whatever. I'm in private
yeah,
school. You feel me?
yeah,
I'm in piano classes, and I realized that education is the foundation of any community.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Not
these conversations, knowing where we come from, history, being able to move forward, reprogramming our children and the mindsets,
hmm
you know what I mean? I had to talk a girl out of calling herself a bitch the other day because I don't know if I can say that.
Use another word for it.
No, I don't
What is
even know
it?
if I could say that. But look,
Oh,
just
yeah,
know that I'm out here thugging, bro, and I'm
yeah,
coming, I'm swinging left and right, and I do this shit with a smile.
yeah. That real. That's the underdog way.
real,
That's how we do it.
for real.
Push through it. You know what I mean? So, what events over time have you been a part of that you would like to share with the people? And in music
Events.
events, that you've been a part of, you could recap.
Oh my God, I got to speak at NAMM this year, which is like a huge musical convention. Again, I don't come out
Yeah,
of the studio, so I didn't know what NAMM is. But when I told
yeah,
people I was speaking at NAMM, even my mentor here in LA was like, "You speaking at NAMM?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be speaking at NAMM."
real
Type
talk.
shit.
That's what's up. Working hard to where it's just an opportunity. Like shit, damn. All right, let's
Yeah,
do it.
But I don't be looking left or right, bro. Shit just be like, you just walking, you run into it because you just walking. You feel
Yeah,
me? So it's gonna come your way if you just walk. You're gonna run into
yeah,
something.
yeah,
type
One foot in
shit.
front of the other, one toe, whatever you
yeah.
gotta do. I move like a
I
turtle.
got a I got a personal question to ask you. How was that weekend concert?
Incredible. Backstage passes.
Oh yeah.
Right.
She's like, I got a concert I'm going to. We should
Type
like,
shit.
man.
I was
That
like,
was my
yo.
first stadium concert. My first
Yeah.
concert ever, again, was when I was at Full Sail and I'm really getting into supporting artists and stuff like that and music. My first concert was in Orlando. It was a Kevin Gates concert. And
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I was really like, and he came out into the. This is how I think. Let me tell you how I move. You feel me? So he came off the stage and came into the crowd, right? So everybody starts swarming the fuck out of him. You feel me? I'm little. I'm like, oh hell no. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I move onto the stage and I go talk to the DJ and I exchange information with the DJ while everybody's swarming Kevin Gates.
Smart.
Straight up, get something close to them. They always say that though. if an artist in to highlight they stylist or something and exchange info like that. Who said that? Big Flex did. Came
That
on the
big flat.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah,
It made sense to me at the time. I don't
Cybersecurity.
know,
It do. It make a lot of
it
sense.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, we had
but
somebody
that's
out.
but
Uh,
the weekend concert was
I already know.
crazy.
And he a dope
Yo,
artist.
okay,
Weekend, yeah.
my homegirls, two of my best friends. I'm not. I love music, but I've never been a super fan of anybody. You feel me? I'm not coming out to your shows. I'm not. I'm gonna stream you. I'll listen to you or whatever. But I've never been a super fan. You know, my mom is my hero.
Yeah.
Period. So when I went to this concert, I've never seen that many super fans at one time, and they knew every word. It was the energy,
Hey,
yo. The
shit.
energy is what's so crazy about it. Like, to see that and to feel that was like, it made me realize I want to go on tour with an artist one year,
Yeah.
because they have the power to make something so great.
Yeah, they do. I remember I had went to go see J. Cole at in
Oh man,
2016.
that's incredible, huh?
He came out with that tape For Your Eyes Only, and this tape is like, oh man, that was a very personal tape for me because I was going through a lot that year.
I'm
So for me
ready
to
now.
go to that show, it meant a lot for me, and yeah, it was just he was my favorite artist, so it was just cool to see him live to get feel that energy in person. That was
Hmm.
just so
What was
dope.
the album called one more time?
For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Hey, now you one hell of an artist when like you record music and the energy you giving out. That how you know you really dope for real. By the energy you make people feel like your shit.
That's
yeah,
all music is, and that's what's so incredible about it. Like, I get to watch people's audio frequencies fall out of their mouth, go into a mic line, into a
yeah.
program, and then I get to touch them. You feel me? Like, what?
Yeah, though.
So you get the feel on them with the mouth.
Yes, like,
Straight
it's
up.
just crazy to me. It blows my mind. Like, there's some days I stare at Pro Tools and I'm just like, how the fuck?
Nah,
Real
that's
talk.
powerful for real, man. Just to be around frequencies all day like that.
Hmm. Now I know you definitely feel like a different type of energy. Like it's when you dealing with a person that might be talented in something else other than music, it's like it feels different. But when you around a person that's in the music, you in the music too, it's two same frequencies going on in the room. When they be in just the atmosphere, you feel some type of energy, like you charging up. If you up like say like me and Sly and all us, we get in the room and say at Site Studio, we about to record music. The energy be so high in the room, you feel me? Like
But
might just mess around and make a record right there in the room. Just ideas come together. All that stuff just be you could feel it. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Dragon Ball,
That
you
ain't
know what
crazy.
I'm
I'm
saying?
addicted to that feeling. I
Yeah.
need
I know
that
I ain't tripping. Like,
feeling.
yeah, that be a feeling for real. Like,
yeah. So
get creative mind.
even like along your journey, have you ran into like any setbacks, and if so, like how did you like keep pushing through the obstacles to keep yourself balanced?
I think we hit that
I
bit.
I've run into you. Okay, I'll even tell y'all, this year personally in my life has been one of the most difficult years ever, but also one of the most successful and so many blessings. But man, okay, for instance, February, right?
Yeah.
Getting into working out and shit. I'm kickboxing. I tear
Uh,
my ACL.
oh shit.
Whoa.
March, I get in a car
In the
accident.
class?
Yes, in the class, my first
Oh
class.
shit. Kick
I
the
told
shit
them I'll
out of
be
that.
back in a week. I lied.
Mm,
Damn.
And
mm.
then
That
they
shit
said, no, you
hard.
won't. It's my second time tearing my ACL. Don't feel bad for me. It's
Oh
okay.
yeah. All right.
I've been through this already. But I'm out here. I'm by myself. I'm on crutches. I'm trying to hustle. I gotta drive. You feel me? Like, it's so. I gotta get groceries. I live upstairs.
I know that
Um,
LA traffic probably like Orlando and Atlanta put together in one traffic
I
rush
feel like
hour.
Atlanta's worse. Atlanta's
Yeah.
worse because they literally stop. LA's gonna keep moving. Like, you're gonna drive 25 to 30 miles per hour, but at least you're still moving. And I
Yeah,
use that time successfully. Like, I'm not wasting a minute of my life. I use that
yeah.
time to communicate with my family, or I listen to audiobooks or something to enrich my mind. I'm not wasting a second.
Nah, I like how you put that. Something to keep to stimulate the mind. That's why I say a
Yeah.
lot of that bullshit, we filter the bullshit out now. I ain't tripping out the shade room. I ain't tripping out fucking DJ
I won't.
academics. All that. Them niggas is getting a check doing that, and they doing
Yeah, I
it
can't
because they
indulge.
know.
I won't. I don't. I
Nah,
had to stop watching the news 2020. I'm starting to like slowly just try to keep up with what's going on in the world. But every time I poke my fucking
yeah.
head out, bro, I'm just like, fuck, what? For real? Oh shit. Oh, whew. Oh my
Type
god. You
shit,
know?
for real. It's
So
too
I don't
much.
like, man. I don't even like poking my head out, bro. I hate it.
That shit. Even doing what we doing, like we gotta keep up what's going on, but we try to let people pay attention to what really going on rather than the surface of it. You feel me? You
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
like folk will put a say Kanye, folk will put a 10-second clip out about Kanye, start a whole controversy, and don't even see the whole thing really what's going on. So they're like, all right, bro. Like let's
Yeah.
grab this and let's break down what's really going on. You feel me? Like give people information, be informed, because a lot of stuff going on. We can't talk about what this man see. You feel me? Like we ain't never see what's going on. So obviously he's sending some type of message about what's going on. My take.
Major
But
fact. I like for people to focus on, they selves, go within self, man. Sit
yeah,
with yourself. You know
learn
what
who
I'm
the hell
saying?
you are. Make
I
Exactly.
sure.
don't understand. I can't understand how we have all of these resources and things just can't be right. Like I don't know, but I have a mission and I'm on a job. I'm on a journey, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's
Shit.
bigger than music. It's always gonna be like, you know what I mean? There's something much, much, much deeper, even to the souls, that I hope that people reach and understand and see and grab.
Yeah.
Ahora. Now.
Nah, real
Right.
spill. I mean, we brought up in the system where they don't want people to have creative minds and all that. What it was, Rockefeller. It's a quote he had where he was like, "We're
Yeah,
not
John
raising
Rockefeller.
people. We ain't raising people to be creative. We trying to create
Amazing.
workers." So
Working.
that's the whole educational system right there for you. You feel me? Like we got all the resources, but the way they get our minds wrapped around, the indoctrination of them telling what's what, telling that's like
Yeah.
you got your own, but somebody coming and tell you this is what it is all your life, and then damn, we looking at shit backwards now, like oh fuck no, like yeah,
Absolutely.
this shit crazy. It's crazy, motherfucker.
But we are the people, like we have to do something. I do believe that education is the foundation. Therefore, I am doing my small itty bitty part and reading to a child once a week every school semester.
That
And I
what it
give
is.
30 minutes of my time. I know it's not huge or whatever. It's not like I'm donating thousands and thousands of dollars, but I'm donating
Yeah,
my time. You feel me? That's the most important thing I
yeah,
Time,
have.
everything.
nah,
Yeah.
for real, shit.
And I know I made a difference in that little girl's life, because that little girl said on the last day that she was so appreciative for her mentoree, and that she really, really enjoyed our time together.
Yeah,
And I noticed that during the time, it wasn't spoken out because we're not really allowed to talk to the children. We're not allowed to take no pictures or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
read the damn book and keep it moving. But I made sure that in that time that it was fun. You know what I mean? Like, let's have fun reading. Because if you want to
mm,
hide something, you put it in a fucking book. Guess who's reading terms and agreements? Me. Guess who's like, oh man, I was okay, off the record one day we're gonna have to have a conversation. But long story short,
mm,
I believe that's the foundation. So we got to start putting our actions where our mindsets at. You know what I mean? We know these things. We know we should be eating a certain way. We know that we should work out
right,
every day. We know that we should be taking time to have some quiet time daily. You know what I mean? These are
right,
things that we know, or maybe some people don't know, but it's our job to inform them.
Yep,
exactly,
yep, yep.
Again, education.
real talk.
Yeah. That's what we push over here, man. Yeah, for real. We got to push that,
Everybody
you
in
know what
here.
I'm saying? Yeah. Like I told T all the time, man, this whole podcast we just here to enlighten, inform, and just raise the vibration on the planet.
That's
And
my
then
only job. And sometimes we have bad days. You feel me? Everybody got a bad
Yeah.
day. But
yeah,
it's up to us to be, when I go through those trials and those tribulations, when I got into a car accident, I was still smiling. When I tore my ACL, I'm still laughing like, ha ha ha, fuck, this happened. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you have to just keep it pushing.
mm-hmm.
And you
Not
have the
real
choice
talk,
of your attitude. It could be a bad day, it could be a good day. I'm
real
still
talk.
alive.
Real, I'm still alive. Real. So
I'm
like,
still
nah.
alive.
So like, now real talk. You feel me? When you watching the podcast, it's like we like Outcasts. You feel me? You got Big Boy Andre on here. You feel me? Even by our logo, you know what I mean. You can see our personalities in the logo. You feel me? Like, but now we just trying
Yeah.
to trying to give everybody like our people a platform where we can give them their flowers. You feel me? We want to
Beautiful.
give Shenae her flowers. You feel me on the
Thank y'all.
podcast? You know what I
Thank
mean?
y'all.
Yeah.
But we just like to highlight all the good. You know, we catch your background and all that. You feel me? And build up where you at today. So when people go back and watch this content, you feel me? They got a form of motivation. If that's something they're trying to do or anything else they try.
Yeah.
It's like we
Just
all
do it.
human. It's showing everybody shoot. We all go through problems. We all doing this, but still on top of whatever we doing. So what
Yeah.
can be on the lookout from Paris Shenae soon to come? What we
Um,
working on that you can speak about?
there's a couple of really big records coming.
Okay.
Musically, like for R&B, just all types of genres, like huge records that I
Right.
am patiently waiting on. I have a song in a movie coming out, which is gonna be crazy. Um,
Oh man.
couple brand sponsorships. I am trying so hard, y'all, to learn Mandarin. I want to learn so bad. The other day, I told this lady I'm hungry, and I was trying to say, "How are you?" I fucked up one less syllable.
You go learn it,
and
man. You go learn it.
a wedding. Yeah, that's it.
In a wedding. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Bro,
I dig.
real talk. You be like
You go.
trying to learn another language. Let me test it out, man. You go up to somebody, you trying to say,
Man,
"Hey, how you doing?" Be like, "I smell your feet."
she started laughing so hard. She's like, "You're hungry?" I was like, "No."
What made you want to learn Mandarin out of all the language?
Right.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all the same shit I tell everybody, and this is the truth. And I'm sorry how it sounds. I ain't. We're from West Orlando. How many Asian people do we honestly see besides two or three?
You know
I
Yeah.
can't wait. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I came here, and this
It's a
is
lot
like
of
the
them though.
5% is that man. I was
Yeah.
like, left, right,
I ain't gonna lie,
woo!
Midwest, West, they is out there, dog. Like
what?
You
Yeah.
West,
asked me if I was culture shocked. You feel me? I was culture shocked.
yeah,
You feel me?
Right.
I ain't never seen no Koreatown, Chinatown. You feel me? They got Armenian town out here. It's so many towns. You feel me?
I
They
ain't
got
gonna
their
lie
little.
to you. I low key be like, back then too. I don't know what's going on with like our United States or whatever, but the Asian community and all them, they got big money. They got big money from the government to generationally move like that. That's why you see them in our communities doing what they doing. You selling, I should be selling our shit. Like, God damn. But
I
I
buy
think that's
hair from a black owned company.
okay.
Really expensive hair.
That's very
Yummy
rare.
hair. Yummy hair.
No, that's right.
Got to clap it up for the support of the black-owned brands.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So
man,
if it's anybody in the surrounding area or that's watching, I would like to pull up to, do business with Paris. Please hit her up on her IG. You
Oh,
yeah,
know,
thank y'all. That's lit.
yeah.
Hmm.
Please hit up on IG. She gonna get you right.
yeah, real spill.
Y'all
But
are incredible. I'm so thankful for y'all having me for real. Having these
nah,
conversations is just like I'm hugging y'all through the computer.
Right.
but now,
Right.
we appreciate you because this was our whole foundation from the beginning of 2022. We started the first week of January, putting it together,
Wow.
figuring
Yeah.
it out. We like to call it raw dog. You feel me? Like how we was on
Yeah.
Instagram with no filter, no none, everything was just doing it how we was doing it, but upgraded, got picked up by Black On Network, shout out to Signature Series Network, TV.com. Independent Black Owned Network. And shout out to the sponsor, Black Owned Cryptocurrency, BOAMEDCB on Instagram. Everybody watching right now, BOAMEDCB on Instagram. So, but yeah, we literally upgrading a little bit. We just recently got monetized, you feel me? Want to clap that up a little bit. Um, But as black content creators, speaking how we speak, you know, it come with a lot of politics behind it. They trying to hold us a little bit here and there, but we still doing what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an honor to have you on our platform, Miss Parent Shenae, masters,
Incredible.
engineer, you feel me, out here doing real
Incredible.
big things for the West
Dabbing
Side.
on.
For the
Dabbing
West
on.
Side. Gotta put that out there.
Yeah.
Um,
And
yeah,
I
keep
was
doing
so serious about inquiring about listening to your beats. I have
Oh
to
yeah.
hear some.
Okay, period. I got you whenever. Just hit me up. Y'all are
Yeah.
incredible. This is incredible. Thank y'all so much for having me. And y'all
Yeah.
have the most beautiful day ever. Or
Hey,
night now, because it's nighttime in
Yeah, it
Orlando.
is nighttime
we
here.
before we get you out of here, we like to do things we do with every guest. You know what I mean? You might end up on the sound bite how we did our intro. We're gonna probably come with a season 4 one. But Sly, you know how we do it, bro.
Last but not least, what does being an underdog means to you, or when you hear the word underdog?
Oh, that's good. Okay. An underdog to me is a person, probably the most incredible, who had to go through the most and still came out shining. And no matter what was thrown at them, they stuck to whatever they had to do. And they came through on their mission.
There y'all
Booyah.
have it, folks. You feel me? Right here on the Underdogs Podcast, Season 3, Episode 9. Drift with me. This was Perry. Nah, man. We are the
Yeah.
Underdogs. Like I say, Queen, we appreciate you. Keep being
Thank
motivated.
y'all.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being locked in
Please,
the
please.
studio.
Blessings,
You
y'all.
feel me?
Thank y'all.
Nah,
Thank y'all.
man, keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna do nothing but wish you the best to see more success on the way from you. You know what I mean? Drift with me productions. You know what I mean? Gonna be all the way at the top. Be one of the productions like you hear Timberland, all them folk. You feel me?
Miss it, all of it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
looking forward to number of great things. You know what I'm saying? So
Thank y'all.
definitely wish you the best on everything you're doing. Keep putting
As
that
I do
positive
y'all.
energy out there, and bring back that good feel music. You know what I mean? Because we definitely missing all that out here in these streets. You know what I mean? Because
Keep
everybody's
representing for the O. Keep representing for the O, baby.
hey, keep putting it down. You know, everybody too hardcore right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I don't have that in me, yo. I just don't.
yeah. But this was season 3, episode 9. Drift with me, Paris Shenae, Fleetwood, JR, 9 Ether Nation, Sly Jack Cowden. We out of here.
I
Peace,
say.
Queen.
I got carrots, open up her mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate. I see flying saucers finna roll another planet. It will fall in place if it's meant to be organic. I got crazy lingo, you would think I'm speaking Spanish. I'm something like a pie, never leave without the cannon. I'm enlightened. Yeah, I got stones around my neck. If you pay attention, I teach her how to earn respect. I walk around with a tag like I'm mad at the rail. People do any damn thing for a check. So what if you got signed labels, throw them on the shelf? I don't ask for help, I just go within myself. Hard times I prevail, I bust up out my shell. I let my nuts hang, cause it don't got no curfew. Thumb out, rabbit on my teeth, I got carrots. Open up a mouth and she got vocals sound like Janet. Marble on the floors, but the kitchen kinda granite. Lean color perk, you would think it's pomegranate.